Hello, and welcome back to our adventure in the city of Waterdeep. Um, I don't think we have any announcements, at least that I know about. If Kira, if you have any that you want to plug really quickly.
Announcements are everyone here should go subscribe
Yes.
and like things and do all those things so other people can see our content.
Yeah, you guys are gonna notice that. Well, okay, if you're on YouTube, you're actually not gonna notice this at all. Um, but if you're watching us live, you're gonna notice that I just went off of stream and now I'm back on my normal Gaming Massacre channel, and that is because Twitch is being a little bit of a dick right now and is not letting me log in. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. Like, we're not losing the channel or anything. And we'll be back to our regularly scheduled Twitch channel for the next episode of probably actually Loose Ends.
Yep, sweet.
But I believe that everything, so join us by the campfire as we tell our stories. Where we last left off, we had all just come into an inheritance of an estate in the Troll Skull Alley of Waterdeep. Upon kind of giving it first glances, it seemed like it would only take you guys about 2 weeks to get it fully up and running and functioning as a bar and tavern and inn in the city. You had a few different things that everyone did. There were a few people, actually just one druid that stopped by to introduce themselves. They own a shop nearby and said if you ever need anything, they were also going to bring back more flowers today. Um, but yeah, I'll say like I don't remember exactly where we ended, but we'll say like we're at the next morning. Everyone kind of has the day to themselves, other than what miscellaneous things you want to get done around the tavern. Um, Bright and early, Fala does bring the flowers back to you, and it is a beautiful arrangement of like baby blue and white flowers that they leave on the doorstep for you.
Oh, what a lovely gift. We'll go and make sure that these are right front and center as people come in, they can see them. I think Atami, he's gonna hit up his regular hotspots for like where he performs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but he's going with the specific mindset of advertisement.
Okay.
Um, and so he's trying to be subtle about it because, there's a little bit of a undercurrent of about advertising a tavern while in someone else's tavern. Um, bit of kind of not cool, but also,
I'll say roll a general persuasion check for me.
sure. Let's go ahead and check my persuasion. Um, well, then we're gonna, I guess, treat that as a 10 and go with a 16.
Okay. So you stop by a tavern first thing in the morning, get a few people kind of talking about the new up and coming tavern in the Trollskull Alley, know when to take your leave and move on to the next one. And in that kind of in between moment, um, a very familiar voice speaks to you. You do recognize it as the Frizz, using a sending spell. Tasahiro wants to see you. Not sure what it's about, but come quick.
Be there, be there shortly. I'll get there as quick as I can.
And
Um,
typically, you do meet them in the Skewered Dragon. That's pretty much her hangout spot.
yeah. So I'm gonna kind of head straight there.
Okay. It doesn't take you long to get there. I was about like, probably like a half an hour walk. Um, Once you do, she is very easy to find. Um, Hang on, I gotta find the right page. Okay, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Well, anything new?
Well, of course not. I'm supposed to be laying low, am I not?
Yeah. You don't typically listen though, so just checking in.
Right. There is one thing.
Mm-hmm. The tavern.
Yeah, so you've heard?
Yeah. Ruby told me.
Good, good. Word's getting out. Well,
It should be fun. You need to have other ties to the city anyway.
also I'm thinking it's a good front.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, Not to mention, could get us a couple of dragons.
Wouldn't hurt. I wish this was a strictly pleasure meeting, but I do have a small task for you.
How small are we talking?
Pickup and delivery. Nothing too bad.
Bring people or go alone kind of
Go
task.
alone. Just keep numbers down. It's easier to go unseen when there's just one person.
Fair enough. Where do I pick up? Where do I drop off?
There's a shop in the trades ward called Weird Bottles Concoctions. The gnome that works there, his name is Schemo. He works with us sometimes. He's got a few potions of mind reading for a client that I need dropped off.
Ooh. Okay. Fair enough. Yes, I've talked to Schemo a couple of times.
Yeah, weird dude.
Aren't we all?
I mean, his name is Weird Bottle, so it's kind of in the territory.
Well, we
Anyway,
don't choose our last names a
no,
lot of the time.
but whenever you get it, take it to the Godcatcher. There will be someone waiting in a purple cloak. And you know the Godcatcher is one of the massive statues around the city of Waterdeep.
Am I look? A lot of people like to dress all fancy. Am I looking for a password? Am I looking for?
You'll know when you see him.
Okay. Um,
It'll be fairly simple, but check in when you're done.
I'll stick around, kind of like yapping her ear off with like meaningless shit because I just love to just mess with her occasionally.
Yeah.
Um, just like, oh my god, you wouldn't even believe this. There was apparently like a poltergeist, a ghost of the guy who used to live there, but we're cool with him now. And then after a while, I'm like, well, best get going while the sun is high.
The least suspicious time to get things done.
Take care of yourself. If you need me, you know how to get a hold of me.
I do. You too.
I will get up and start making my way over to Weird Bottle.
Yeah. So it is probably closer to an hour walk to where his shop is. But it is easy enough to find. It is a very small shop named Weird Bottle Concoctions, but there are indeed just weird unlabeled potions kind of hanging around. Um, let's see, hang on one second. Yeah, but he is just a gnome man, kind of older. You've kind of known him to be very grumpy, maybe not the right word, but like a crotchety old man, kind of. Just not the most pleasant to interact with as you get up to the shop.
Yeah. My friend, how have you been?
What? Living, surviving,
Well,
aren't we all?
it's better than nothing, am I right?
Sometimes.
Shall I let the cards tell your future?
Nah, but you can't take care of this delivery. And he just reaches behind him and produces a like silk-lined bag and hands to you. You can kind of feel like 4 potions rolling around inside the bag.
That's fair. I was going to bullshit you anyway. I don't do card readings.
I know.
All right. You been making anything new? Had any epiphanies in the potions world recently?
Everyone's just requesting potions of mind reading. That's all anyone wants right now.
Everybody wants to know what's going on. It's
Indeed.
not often you see festival get shut down.
It's the first time I've seen.
But hey, at least new taverns are opening up. New pieces of entertainment.
Where?
Troll Skull Alley. You haven't heard?
No.
No. Here, I'll give you a brochure.
He'll look over it. Somebody really bought that piece of shit?
Oh, absolutely not.
Alright, that's fair, I guess. Maybe. I'll check it out.
You know what? I'll take a baby.
You kind of get, like, he turns and you get the gist that the conversation is over with
Yep.
him. He would not continue it.
give him a little bit of a side smile, and like me saying like I'll take a maybe is kind of my way of being like, that's the best I'm getting, and I'm not gonna push my luck.
Yeah.
Take the bags, head out. Is there like an alleyway between here and the God Snatcher?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna slip in and disguise self
Okay.
as it just kind of looks like a teenage half elven boy with like a school backpack on, and that's I have it like slung over my back. What that actually is the bag of potions.
Gotcha.
And I'll head towards the God Snatcher.
While you go to do your delivery, we're going to swap over to Dante.
Yes.
What do you do that morning?
Probably spend the first little bit just kind of making the room I claimed as my own. Kind of like assessing the damage around the building, seeing if there's any windows broken, seeing what repairs I can make with what we have on hand.
Yeah.
And kind of like going through my funds and seeing if I have anything disposable, realizing I don't, and then probably heading out to see if there's any like small time work locally available.
Okay. Almost as soon as you step foot out of the tavern, a very familiar voice speaks to you. I have a job for you.
No rest for the wicked, I suppose. What
You
is
can
it?
rest when you're dead. It's simple. You know Bonnie from the Yawning Portal?
Yeah, I know Bonnie.
Her.
All right. Is there a reason why, or
You'll see.
very well? It shall be done.
The voice.
I
You feel the
begin.
presence kind of rescind again.
Okay. I will go back into the tavern, grab my cloak out of the trunk in my room, and begin heading towards the yawning portal.
It is a pretty quick walk to the Yawning Portal, less than half an hour. Almost as soon as you are arriving, you do see Bonnie leaving for the morning.
Okay. I'm going to kind of tuck into an alley and cast mage armor, and with it, I'll like wave my hand over my face and don my dread helm, which is like, again, like an ivory Oni mask with bloodstains on it.
Uh-huh.
And I will begin tailing her probably about 50 feet back.
Roll an investigation check for me.
Okay, that is a 15.
Okay, also roll a stealth check for me.
That is a 17.
Okay, so the investigation was mostly just to keep your eyes on her as she's kind of weaving throughout the people in the streets. It is summer in Waterdeep, so the streets are fairly crowded at almost all hours. But you manage to keep your eyes on her as she kind of climbs up a flight of stairs to what would be like sort of like an apartment building.
Okay. I'm going to keep trailing, but close in enough distance to see what room she's going into.
Okay, it is fairly easy enough. She's the first one on the left once you get past the landing upstairs.
Okay. I'm going to take a quick like check around, see if anyone's watching.
Roll a perception check.
That's pretty good. That is a dirty 20.
No one that you notice.
Okay. I'm going to go over to the door she went in and just give it a very gentle twist to see if it's locked or not.
It is not.
Okay. Am I still stealth?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna gently open the door and slip in after her.
Okay. She had just arrived home, is kind of immediately beginning to empty out her pockets. There are like tabs to drinks, things like that she's just kind of pulling out. She does not notice you slipping into her apartment.
Okay. I'm gonna try to like take it in and see if I can quickly deduce why Bonnie.
I will let you keep that perception check from just a second ago. And from what you can tell, this appears to be any young adult's home at the moment. There is not a lot of anything. She just appears to be a working gal.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on her.
Okay. What is that DC?
It should be DC 15, I believe.
That is no modifier, 16 on the dice.
Okay. I am going to jump out of the darkness and draw my sword and point it at her. So, Bonnie, this is awkward, but I have a quick question for you.
Awkward. You're calling you breaking into my home awkward.
That's not the question. The question is, do you have any enemies in Waterdeeo?
Who doesn't have enemies in Waterdeep?
State your enemies in Waterdeeo.
I don't I don't know.
Does
I
the
mean, people
name
are pissed off at the bars, maybe.
does the name Empress mean anything to you?
No, not shite.
All right, I'm going to take an attack at her.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
That hits.
Uh, 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Roll for initiative, please.
Okay.
Oh, that's down here? That's interesting.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
I mean, 22 for initiative, not to hit.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're fine. I'll
It hits.
hang on, I gotta do quick maths. By that I mean really fucking slow math. Okay, so you do manage to kind of spring forward, get a good like rake across the front of her chest. And it is your turn again.
I'm going to cast Hold Person again.
Okay. Natural 17.
Damn it, Bonnie.
Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay. Make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Natural 20.
All right. So you see Bonnie for a moment, and as you kind of rake your sword or across the front of her chest, her entire appearance changes. You see her hair almost like falls out in clumps on her head, where it was like curly and red. There are now like straight, inky black hair falling, like coming down. Her skin loses all color and fades to a pale white to like light purplish tone, and her eyes are just wide and completely white.
That makes more sense.
But you succeeded that. That is her turn, so it is your turn again.
All right, well, I'm all out of spells, so I'm going to take a like downward thrust with the sword.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. That is 8 points of slashing damage.
Okay. She is going to pull a dagger from her pockets and make 2 attacks at you.
Oh, shit.
Unnatural 20 to hit on the first one,
That hits.
and a 10 to hit on the second one.
That misses.
Where is that dice?
Where is my super suit?
Do I own a D4? I know I do.
Oh, this does not turn my camera off, but I have to do something.
Oh, fuck, it did.
It did.
Well,
Danny, you're Alexa now.
I deeply apologize.
From the first one, you take
I'm
6 points of
Randolph.
piercing damage.
6 points?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna try to like block it with my sword, but she kind of just passes my guard.
And you
Goes
do manage
through.
to block one of them with a sword. The other one, you didn't realize she was going to swing twice. But it is your turn again.
Um, how is she looking? How did you take that first hit?
Pretty rough.
Pretty rough. Okay, I'm gonna actually go for a bite attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to parry the end of her strike away and like just go in for her throat with a bite.
Alright.
That is another dirty 20 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be
I hope y'all can hear my dog
7
furiously-
points of piercing damage.
furiously chewing a chew toy, or a squeaky toy in the other room.
I can't hear it.
Okay, good. Alright, that is her turn again.
I also gained all that HP back.
That is a 15 to hit,
That misses.
18 to hit.
That hits.
3 points of piercing damage.
Okay. All right.
That is her turn.
All right. I am just going to go for like a forward thrust, like into the abdomen, both hands, like one hand on the back of the hilt, just driving it through.
Okay.
Ooh, that is a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Come on, come on. Ooh, that is a 10 points of slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to thrust the blade into her and then like kind of drive it out of the side. And as she goes down, I'm going to latch onto her neck and feast on some blood real quick.
The voice you hear again. I don't know why you ever question me.
You can only trust what you can see.
That's fair. I hope you see what she was, though.
Oh, I most definitely see. I'm not blind.
Well,
That's all for today.
for right now. You can get
Very
back
well.
to the tavern.
I'm going to sling the blood off, sheath my blade. I'm then going to rummage her room for any valuables.
Roll an investigation check.
Fucking fair enough.
15.
There's not a lot of anything here.
No loose gold, anything.
Also, like in her pockets, there are about 7 dragons. But not a lot of anything else. This was very much just a facade of a person.
Is this place got a window?
Yeah.
All right. Can I look out the window? What do I see?
The streets of Waterdeep. There's like a vegetable stand right across directly across from her. But just people walking back and forth.
All right. Well, I'm not going to go out the window, so I will leave the same way I came in.
All right.
As soon as I can hit an alleyway, I'm going to drop the cloak off and just let alley and drop my mage armor.
Okay.
And I will head back to the tavern.
All right. My other 2. Mason, you and
Oh,
Callan
so
are the
much!
I feel like I walked away at like the worst moment.
Just Kira and I in the comments.
That bitch is referred to in the past tense.
Yeah, that was so funny.
She was a changeling.
Changelings.
Oh, I don't give a shit about what she was. We just got some
I'm just
fucking heavy metagame on what freaking Josh is.
Apparently, I don't.
Sorry, I forget the name of your character because you're still Strahd von Zarevich on the Discord.
Dante.
Same difference, baby.
Don't change your
Oh, right,
name right
I
now
haven't
because it would
changed
throw
my
off
name.
the camera formatting.
Sorry, I should no.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, don't
Fair
change
enough.
it. Just change it to something with an S instead. Dante.
Sedante.
Sir Dante.
Sir
Sir Dante.
Sir Dante.
Sir Dante.
Mason, you and Callan are both kind of rummaging around, mostly just dusting, getting the place ready to start the big repairs. And you are now the recipient of a sending spell. My name is Vajra, the Blackstaff. Come to Blackstaff Tower in the Castle Ward at once, and please bring your friends.
What the fuck was that name? Vajra?
Vajra.
Vajra the Blackstaff?
Yes.
At Blackstaff Tower?
Yes.
Do I know this person?
The Blackstaff is fairly... Roll a history. History check, please.
I mean, I assume
I'm
she's
not in your head.
big enough that she owns her own tower with her own name.
17.
Hang on, let me make sure I don't tell you anything wrong.
Sorry, turns out she's a man.
No, I know.
Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da.
Where the fuck is the
Vajra.
letter V in the alphabet?
Near the end.
That's a good answer.
That's a really good answer.
A couple to the left.
It's near the end.
So the Blackstaff is more of an honorary title in the city of Waterdeep. You do know her because it is almost someone that you have looked up to at a few moments. She is the youngest wizard to ever receive the title of the Blackstaff. Essentially, she is charged with using all of the magic and resources at her disposal to defend the city against any and all threats.
Shit.
Neat.
You know her as the city's most powerful wizard.
So she either thinks we can help defend the city against threats, or that we're threats.
Yeah.
I feel like Mason probably at one point and even currently deep down wants to be this woman.
100%.
Love it.
Us. Where's Randolph?
Brown is still in the tavern with you.
He's dusting off, like, he's up on a... We have a ladder. I'm saying we have a ladder. He's up on a ladder. Dusting above, like, the bar. Is there a bar?
It's a tavern. Yeah.
There isn't one in our picture, therefore, where's the bar? Okay. He's up on top of the bar, and, like, he hits, like a big puff of dust, and he's like...
Hey,
What?
I just got a message in my mind. When the other two get back, we gotta go somewhere. So maybe start getting cleaned up. You're pretty dusty right now. Especially now.
He's just covered, like, his whole face is just, like, dust. Okay, who, where? Details are helpful.
You heard of the Blackstaff?
Madam DM?
Roll a history check with disadvantage.
Ugh.
Haha.
Ooh, even better! Okay, so 17 plus... I have so many fucking tabs.
Is that with
open
disadvantage?
now. It was! I got a 17 and an 18.
Damn.
I know! I was like, dang, okay.
Sometimes it
No,
do be
that's
like
pretty
that.
History, and I have a +7 to history. Holy shit. Okay, so
24.
what is that, 24?
Yeah, actually, you've not spent a lot of time in Waterdeep, but the Blackstaff title does transcend beyond Waterdeep.
Blackstaffs. Yes, alright.
Have I ever actually met the Blacks? Have I met Vajra?
No.
How the fuck did she get me to say?
Our name is getting around.
So yeah, sent me a message. No idea why. All she had said was to go there as soon as possible.
Alright. I can get cleaned up and we can head out if you want. Is it morning?
I'll say at this point it's kind of like mid-afternoon.
Okay, we can grab lunch when we get back or on the way. I'm gonna go get changed. He heads upstairs and changes real quick and
What's my
washes
age
off all the
compared to
dust,
Vajra?
looks at himself and is like,
She is currently in her mid-30s. She was 31 when she took over the title of the Blackstaff. So
I have a chance.
yeah.
I have a chance to be the youngest.
So you're saying
Amazing.
there's a
Alright.
chance.
So you're saying there's a chance?
how old is Mason?
Like 19.
Okay. Yeah, there's a chance.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
still in the, like, waiting tables at a New York bar hoping to get her big break moment.
Oh.
And this is Hannah Montana.
This is it. Yeah.
Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
That's who you go to.
Yeah, that's where I went to. You have a problem with my Hannah-ness?
Mason's gonna just kind of sit outside waiting for the other two so that they can
Okay.
get going.
It is about this time that the other two find themselves. Well, actually, we'll cut back over to Atami. Dante is in lieu back to.
Oh man, I thought we were just gonna go ahead
take a
and
while
say
to get
Tommy
ready.
totally did his thing, but
Nah.
It'll take a
Atami,
while to
yes.
clean up.
you find yourself standing under the shadow of the God Catcher. It is a massive statue. Let me actually send a picture if I'm able to find one. Ugh.
I very much wish we could show you guys this picture on screen, but it would fuck
We'll figure it
everything
out
up.
one day.
When they send it, I'll pull it up on my phone and then I'll show this my camera. Or am I not allowed to see it?
No, that's fine. It's just one of the statues in Waterdeep. You've seen it at some point. Is that gonna work? Maybe.
I don't know if I can get
Here,
into
we'll just
that
tell
chat
stream.
on my
Okay,
phone.
stream. Go to HTTP.
HTTP. Colon,
No,
backslash,
none of that. I'm
backslash.
putting the kibosh on this shit right now.
Google
Google.com
Godcatcher in Waterdeep if you want to see it.
URL question mark essay equals
None of that shit. We have shit to do.
ampersand.
I will reach through here and curse your dice.
Only if you bring us some of your homemade pizza, Kira.
Yo, I totally did make me some homemade pizza.
I
Oh,
made dessert. I really want dessert right now.
But, Dante, you find yourself in that shadow. It does not take you long to see who you imagine you are supposed to be delivering these potions to. Kind of leaned against the like support beams for this statue is all you can really see is a very low pulled purple cloak and just a mask underneath it. But they appear to be waiting on someone.
I will go ahead and approach and be like, hello, sir. Do you believe you're waiting on a package?
They look up at you and you see a very intense set of eyes looking at you. But you do immediately get the vibe this is a woman. But she looks at you. I might be. Hey, what's it to you?
Well, I just happen to be a lowly delivery boy, trying to peddle my wares. And at this point, I will kind of move the backpack out of the illusion range
Mm-hmm.
so that she kind of sees for a second that it's not what it is. And wondering if you were interested in the things I have.
She extends her hand.
Place into hers.
Tell Tasahira thanks for business.
Of course, I definitely will.
In the time that it takes you to blink, she is gone.
It's a tad unsettling.
Damn.
I will go ahead and make my way to the nearest alley. My tracks behind me, those of a spindly half-elven man.
Roll a perception check for me on the way.
Oh, sure. Love that. Perception. Do love me some perception. That's not terrible. 17?
So you had made about 13 dragons this morning, just in your like performances while you were advertising at the same time. All of it's gone.
Oh.
You did have more gold on you, but you do get the feeling that she was just fucking with you.
Fair. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. He's not gonna like retaliate or anything. He's just going to kind of keep that in mind for a later conversation with Tasira.
Yeah.
And he does not have the ability to do any sending or any messages that aren't like 30 feet away. So he'll head to an alley and of course kind of keeping his eye out for the frizz. But assuming that he sees no one, he'll just kind of slip in as this half-elven boy and slip out as a Tommy.
Okay.
And he's going to go ahead and take his coin purse and put it into his pocket, keep his hands in his pockets for the walk back.
That is very fair. And are we returning to the tavern to the skewer dragon?
I'm going to head to the Skewer Dragon first to let Tasahira know everything went well.
Mm-hmm. She is still where you left her.
Well, good news, irritating news.
Okay.
Good news, everything went off perfectly well. The potions are now in the hands of our new friend. As is all of the dragons that I made today from performing.
I probably should have warned you about that. That's on me, really.
Luckily, I think she just, I don't know, wanted to make a statement.
Oh, 100%. That is her. Yeah. She
So,
could have robbed you blind in an instant if she wanted to.
oh, wonderful. Is this someone who needs the shadows?
No.
I was afraid you'd say that.
She goes by the Black Viper.
Black Viper. Ooh.
In fact, we need her more often than she needs us.
So this is us getting on her good side, not the other way around.
Exactly.
Wonderful. And, what exactly are her specialties?
Any type of thievery, smuggling, pickpocketing.
But she couldn't
If
go
you
and get a
something
couple of
behind
potions on her
arcane
own.
locks, what?
But she couldn't go and get a couple of potions on her own.
It was more of didn't want to.
Oh, we're her errand boys.
People kind of see her in the trade ward, and everyone knows to watch their pocketbooks.
Fair. So this is someone who can basically get past wards, locks. No safe big enough, no spell high enough, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Keep that in mind. The Black Viper, you said.
Mm-hmm.
How long has the Black Viper been in Waterdeep?
Her family is from here. They were all exiled from Waterdeep about 20 years ago. And she's been back the last 5.
Very well. You don't want to overstep my boundaries. Don't take well to being...
Ask your questions.
I don't take well to being disrespected, Sarah. You know that.
Understandable. If it makes you feel any better, I think that was almost her way of flirting.
Oh. Lovely. Good to know I'm a type. Luckily, I guess I do have another business at some point with which to make money.
And she will produce a coin purse and toss you about 25 dragons. Hopefully that makes up for what was stolen.
Now see, you always know how to make my day better. Any other business for today?
Not at the moment. Just still keep a low profile.
Of course. I'm not exactly going to walk up to the Magisters. You're not exactly going to find me at the base of the Blackthorn staff anytime soon.
I hope not.
Don't worry about me.
Bet you thought.
Me, 10 minutes later.
Fuck you mean we're going to the Blackthorn Tower?
Black Staff Tower.
Black Staff? Whatever. What part of lay low?
Hey, yeah, so just so you know, we gotta go to this really powerful wizard's place.
I feel like that just happens. Like, that's like, it's immediately like a smash cut.
Yeah.
To like, what the fuck? What are you
Yeah.
talking
Hey,
about?
so they sent me a message in my head and we gotta go.
They sent you a mess. So you know this person?
No. I know of them. That's just how powerful they are.
Yes, this is just how people send messages sometimes.
This is
No, Randolph,
no,
you're
that's-
supposed to know the person.
No, yeah, that's actually
Well-
yeah. So here's the thing, right?
Okay,
I
okay,
get sendings quite often, right? From the thing we don't like to talk about because of the stuff. But these are people who know me, have physical effects from me that they could use to enhance
Sure.
the spell.
but people can absolutely know of you and do similar things. You've never had a send.
Carolyn, I
Sending
understand that you
spell.
don't really know magic. Let the mages talk this one out, yeah?
Look, I have had, like I said, I've had quite a number of sending spells. Never from someone who I don't know. And if I did,
only
I
way-
would see that as a red flag.
The only way that somebody can do a sending spell to you if they don't know you or have something of you is if they're pretty fucking powerful.
So, okay. I have a lot
You
of
can't bitch
explaining
slap
to
me,
do.
I'm too short. You
I
can't
know,
reach.
I'm not going to. I would never in a million years.
No, not you. Just the comment of Callan's never been closer to bitch slapping someone.
My dear, my dear, my lovely little mage.
I'm not yours.
How? I think at that, Tommy kind of steps back a bit. It's like, okay, that's fair. How do you know that this was actually her? Have you heard her voice before?
I've heard the voice.
Hang on. Are you a fan of hers?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
That
Mhm.
does add up. A young up-and-coming wizard and the youngest person ever to get to the
Blackstaff.
Blackstaff name. I mean, yes, right? It's going to be somebody that you look up to. Which is why I'm worried, right, that someone is using this kind of celebrity name to lure you into a false sense of security. That being said, it's a pretty public place.
I mean, I can go myself. She said to just bring friends. I can just be honest and say I don't got friends.
Oh, my dear, that's not the case
I
at
was
all.
offering for you guys to come too, but if we ain't there yet.
We, no, I mean, we've gone into business together, right? So...
Right. Business partners solely, of course, at this point.
Danny, did you just kill yourself?
Danny's dead.
Where's Dante? We need another vote on this.
Also, Dante,
Cut
you
to-
are also back at this point.
Oh, is there a reason you're all gathered in front of the shop?
So we gotta go to the Blackstaff.
Yes, perfect timing.
There's
we're
not
Is she all right?
There's not an inch of
She's
subtlety
fine.
within this tiny creature.
We started talking about this one person that reached out to her. Now she's fangirling.
Ah, I see. What is the reason for this summons?
Oh. We were just over here dusting, and then I had Vajra come in my head saying that me and my friends, we gotta go.
I know.
I get you don't like me, Randolph, but you gotta stop with your dirty thinking. We gotta go to the Blackstaff
I was
Tower.
looking at Caitlin. She knows I was looking at her too.
So this lady
Now
is very
listen, yeah, I'm a
powerful.
fan. I also, my goal is to overthrow her and become the youngest one.
Whoa.
All right,
However,
but
no, hear me out. This will
I'm
be
hearing you.
my pure intelligence alone.
of
I'm not gonna
course.
kill her.
Now, why exactly are they summoning us?
Oh, fuck if I know.
Fair enough. I have nothing else going on.
Technically-
Sure.
Technically, they're not. Apparently, we're not her friends.
Well, I mean, we've only known each other for a handful of days.
Do you have any for better friends than us?
I got a couple.
Names.
The other Tristan.
Tristan. The original Tristan.
The original.
I would say this is the case.
Why would I
of,
start name dropping? Apparently we ain't friends.
I would say this is the
The
case
one
of like,
who's-
oh no, I totally have a girlfriend, but she lives in Canada, but that wouldn't apply for you.
She definitely lives in Neverwinter. Don't
exactly.
question me.
Yeah, you don't.
But I
you
don't know.
her, but she's totally real.
She came in my head. I also don't know why she's in my head.
I will
the
have to be
DM
honest with you. You have to stop saying that this woman came in your head.
Please, and her name is Vajra.
Her name is Vajra, yeah.
Okay, so for a young woman who is so good at research and study, you need to be better at gathering useful information to the situation. Like, why we're going there. How does she know about us?
Did you ask her anything in return? Like, did you respond?
I said sounds good.
Oh,
Sounds wonderful. Surely nothing could go wrong with all these
Yeah,
murders in the streets, but
nothing.
I am more than willing to see what they have to say. Also, it may not be a bad idea for us to pay a visit to the local guilds, maybe see if we can procure some alcohol, some services from some carpenters, perhaps.
Hear me out. I feel like you guys are thinking I'm a bit naive here. Hear me out. By now, at least one of you know who I am. Who's gonna fucking kill the cop's daughter?
I think you have far too much faith in people's fear of authority. Some
Well, you know
people
what I
rebel
have?
against
I
authority
have a
just
lot
for
of
the
faith
sake
in
of
my
it.
own capabilities.
If they drag
I took all 3 of you out.
Yes, because you got taken over by the bad guy.
And imagine what I could do with my own free will.
That was a really good comeback, Danny.
Now listen here, you tall fucks. we got ghosts.
I'm looking
looking
over at Kellen and at Dante with this look that says, are we really following this tiny young creature off this cliff?
Now listen, I've always wanted to say that before in my whole life, but I can't because I'm tall. Okay, now listen here, you tall fucks. Who's coming there with me? Or is
Sure.
it just me?
I'll go.
Yeah, wait, Danny, how tall are you?
I'm like 5'8", 5'9".
Okay.
Why do I always like perceive you as being my height? Like you're,
Same,
like,
honestly.
5'4", 5'6", maybe.
I played
It's okay.
volleyball.
Finding out we're the same
Everyone-
height kind of freaks me out.
Every single one of you I've met in person, because I've met everyone except Danny. You're all taller than I think you are.
Really? I'm pretty short.
How tall are you, Kira?
I'm like 5'5", 5'6".
Okay.
You're actually probably the only one I was like, yeah,
I was
that
gonna
tracks.
say, did you think I was a fucking hobbit or something? Like,
I thought you were about my height.
So great to see you.
Wow.
Right, let's go to this fucking Blackstaff
Yeah,
place.
I guess we're going.
You don't have to come with me. Dante's gonna come with me. I can go get Tristan. I can go get somebody else.
Well, I'm coming.
Well, seeing
Are you
as the
sure?
location we're going is fairly well guarded in proximity, I doubt we'll run into any threats.
It's literally the magic defense woman of the town.
Have you
Really
committed
is.
any crimes recently?
Walking into the biggest threat that is existing.
Yeah, maybe that's
How much
why
less can it get?
maybe that's why I'm so fine with doing it. I'm not in the fucking mafia.
You're just excited.
Exactly. You have to live with a clean conscience.
I'm about to go meet my freaking idol.
Exactly. I don't know.
And how about this? If they end up to be a murderer, you can say you told me so.
I do like being able
Or
to hold
not.
it above someone's head.
I can speak with dead.
Can you
Not
speak
if you're dead. I don't know
No,
how
I'll
many...
be dead.
Just
You
self-talk,
speak with
babe.
dead me, and then that'll be just a part of the thing.
How many corpses do you know have spell slots?
I know the magistrate necromancy. Just go get him to talk to me.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's not keep Vajra waiting.
So we all head to the castle ward of Waterdeep.
You really
which
don't want
is-
to edge her.
It is. It is by far. I think everyone deserves to go in horny jail this episode.
No, just. I'm
all
still
kinds
so
of damage.
exhausted from being sick.
I feel you, man.
But this is by far the richest district in Waterdeep. This is where all of the politicians mostly reside in. This is where most of the important meetings are held. But there is a single, very tall tower that you all recognize as the Blackstaff Tower. You know it to be not only like the office for the residing Blackstaff, it is also an academy ran for mages. Like very elite, hand-picked mages.
Oh, I wasn't invited.
You are not old enough.
How old do I have to be?
Oh, baby.
This is like 21 and
300
up.
years
This is like a
and up.
college, yeah.
Yeah.
You still in high school, baby?
Fucking rude.
I'm just kidding.
Why do you think she was able to send you ascending?
I'm just a baby. I'm just a baby.
Just a
That's my
baby.
favorite video. But as soon as
Oh,
you
here
get released comes into view,
Who
you
has
do
betrayed?
see, to Mazen especially, a very familiar figure waiting for you.
Figure.
Who is it?
Oh, wait.
Oh,
No.
hold up. We about to
Hang
get a
on.
picture.
I
Yeah,
broke it.
Where?
in the art in Waterdeep.
Art.
Folks, we are about to play another game of Is This NPC a Baddie?
Oh, there it is. Look.
Oh,
Ooh.
can I have the staff?
You like?
If you usurp
Good
her and
luck.
get the Black Staff title,
Awesome.
Ooh.
I will win by wit alone.
Mazen, you also know her to be a 9th level spellcaster.
I shouldn't do research.
I have to finish Dungeon of the Mad Mage before I
Yeah.
can attempt.
Yeah,
She
you know
is
what?
an
Baddie
18th
status
level
confirmed.
wizard. Oh, you all came. Didn't know whether to wait for you or not.
Well, you said to come as soon as we could.
Oh yeah, I still tend to get ignored sometimes.
Oh, that's rude.
Quite rude.
Fairly.
That's not nice.
But I am very glad you all could come, if you would follow me inside very quickly. And they open the door and kind of guide you up several flights of stairs. And you do see several different, almost, not quite classrooms, but almost different, like, battle stations, assembly. Like, they are...
Mazen's in awe.
You see several high-level spells being fired off, and then their form being critiqued by other administrators. And Mazen, this is like all that you have dreamed of, is to go to this academy, and essentially. But she leads you up, not quite to the top floor, but very close to it, and into a very large office where you can see one of the walls is nothing but glass overlooking the city. Well, introductions. I am the Black Staff of Waterdeep. I am fairly familiar with most of you, but if you wouldn't mind just reintroducing yourselves.
Fucking name again.
I look to the bards.
Dante Sedaris.
Tommy sights on them. A pleasure.
I'm waiting for the last
Come on,
bard.
Callan, where are those 8 names?
Sorry, I have it. Killian Randolph Tristan Calendary the 4th.
Mazen Enolith? The one
Mason,
that you'd messaged?
your mother speaks very highly of you. Now, the reason I've called you here today is I do have a favor to ask of you. I am a very big fan of young adventuring parties. I wish you all the best of luck if that is what you choose to continue doing. But I'm fairly busy with certain aspects that I unfortunately cannot divulge in at the moment, and I do have a small proposition for you all.
Which is?
Opposition.
Look into something for me, and I will owe you a favor in the future. I have sway with politics. I can offer assistance in certain fights. It's really any favor that you would need. I also do have a guild of my own, and it would lend itself. I might consider allowing some of you in, depending on how this goes.
What do you need us to look into?
Well, not to beat around the bush, there is a dragon in the bay, and I would like it looked into.
Caitlin, I swear to fuck, you're level 3.
What kind of dragon?
From what I've been told, a very young bronze dragon. Not sure of its intent in the city. It hasn't hurt anyone. It's just kind of startled some fishermen, and I would just like to know what its intentions are.
So there's no necessarily, it's not a go kill it, just figure out why it's here.
Oh god, yeah, no. If I wanted to kill it, I would go kill it. I just more want to figure out what it is doing.
Very well. Has this dragon destroyed anything, attacked anyone?
No, not at all.
It just seems to
Has
kind of be getting its jollies from scaring people.
maybe. It hasn't seemed to intentionally. I don't know really, but I haven't spoken to it. But the fishermen all say that it kind of just pops out randomly and scares them real good. I mean, you see a dragon popping out of the water; it has that effect.
Oh,
And they've been too scared to continue fishing. We do, however, need that coming in to feed the city.
Understandable.
Is there perhaps a boat or a ship we could borrow or get transport on to at least get close to the beast?
Of course, and I have these. And she reaches into her desk and pulls out 4 different potions that all seem to be like a very uh light blue and like silver swirl color.
Swirly.
What are
Potions
these?
of water breathing.
oh.
That might actually be very helpful. How long
The
do they
dragon
last?
can breathe in water, but you cannot.
Yes. How long is the duration?
Let me double check. I think an hour.
Sounds about right. Sounds like a potion.
1 hour.
Perfect. Well, these will definitely come in handy. Thank you.
I can say that I've never met a dragon before. It would be a
Can't
great
say I've
thing
ever
to
breathed
add.
underwater.
That's also true. Be a great thing to add to the list of experiences, assuming that, of course, we make it back.
And if it seems aggressive, obviously flee. I don't want any of you to risk getting hurt. However, if any of you do get hurt, I have the means to help with that as well.
Wonderful.
Is it a common event for dragons to make their way into port or within the city?
Not at all. Very rare.
That's what I thought. Interesting.
Everyone make a history check for me.
Hi.
Natural 20 for 22.
15.
21.
Give me a second. You said history?
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, awesome. 11.
So everyone but Atami knows that Waterdeep has protective barriers around it that dragons cannot enter the city.
But it somehow got him.
It is in the like bay, so technically not covered by the magical protection, but
Like right on the cusp.
yes, but it is very unnerving for there to be one so close.
And it's causing like a huge issue for the fishing.
Yes.
City. Okay.
Not enough to fuck in the city, but enough to fuck with the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fuck around.
Fuck around the city.
It is fucking around, and we have to find out.
Essentially.
I'd say there's no harm in us going and seeing what's up. What do you guys think?
Sounds good.
Sounds
to me.
fun.
Too curious not to.
Yeah, absolutely.
I really do kind of want to make a dragon. So.
Hopefully he's friendly.
What?
Well,
I just said hopefully it's friendly.
DM, do any of us know anything about the temperament of bronze dragons?
What exactly do I know about bronze dragons?
both of you roll history checks for me.
Hey, what exactly do
Yeah.
I know?
Hey, if I would have guessed
shit
about the
you
shit
not.
that I would know about some fucking bronze dragons.
I shit you not, though. I got a nat 20.
All right.
21.
I can't
Okay,
add
fuck both
18
of
and
you.
7.
I've been rolling
Give
really
me a
fucking well.
second, because when I say roll for a history check, that means give the DM time to Google the history.
Excuse me, sorry.
Hey, look, you
I've
had
read a
time
lot
while
of
I was doing
books.
my Joey Wheeler bit, okay?
Yeah.
I read a lot of books.
Hey, if I were to bring this time wizard to this baby dragon,
Joey fucking Wheeler.
I tell you, man, Joey Wheeler.
Okay.
Oh,
He
What
beat
both of
Kyra
you know
twice.
about who all rolled? Okay, what the three of you know about bronze dragons is essentially they are probably one of the friendliest species of dragons.
that's nice.
Essentially, a lot of them are just fully enamored by humans and how small they are and how complicated they are. A lot of them go out of their way to rescue people from shipwrecks or to just try and help in any small ways that they can. But most bronze dragons are good aligned creatures.
Isn't it the metallic dragons are the good aligned and
Yes.
the chromatic are the evil?
That's interesting. I had no idea.
He just
Yes,
wants to play. He's just a little baby.
He's a little baby.
What's DM? What's the chance I can befriend this dragon?
Probably pretty
I guess
high.
we have to go talk to him, don't we?
I would like a pet.
that is.
That's a big ass pet. You know those
Once
things
again,
grow, right?
no dragons in the city.
Yeah, babe.
I can move.
So what you're
Okay,
saying is
yeah.
he has to be an outside pet.
Yeah.
Outside pet. Listen here, I lost Mooney. I need a new one.
You forgot Mooney was alive half the campaign.
That's how all pets go.
Yeah.
Oh,
If it's
man.
not a familiar, if it's not helpful, it barely exists. It just disappears anytime I'm in combat and anytime I go underwater.
Well, thank you very much for your time. It's been an honor.
I thank all of you. Whenever you find out, you can report back to me, and there will be compensation waiting for you.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
Now, clarification, because I'm a man of contracts.
Mhm.
Is this a group favor or individual?
A group favor.
Very well.
That would be a lot of favors. Favors are expensive.
Favors are quite expensive.
Indeed.
And he will take his leave because he wants to get the fuck out of this tower as quick as possible.
Mason's enamored.
Yeah, I just like I give her a little tug, just like a let's like a shoulder.
Mason,
Nudge
darling, if
of,
you could
like,
pick
stop
your
staring.
jaw up off the floor, we have a job to
Yeah.
do.
It's so cool here.
Yes, and we will be back.
I look forward to it.
Bye-bye.
Mason
Mason,
bows.
before you leave, she does kind of stop you before you can fully exit the room. I meant it when I said your mother has spoken highly of you.
I hope to prove myself even more.
I hope so as well. I am always looking for new mages at the academy.
Can we overhear this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Please.
Especially ones as promising as yourself.
I will kind of look back and be like, well,
We just look at each other.
I did see her slay a troll.
Ah,
Came out of the yawning portal.
I see. I
But who
cannot wait to
knows?
discuss some things when you all return.
When you come
But-
back, you see this smirk on Callan's.
Just kind of like wait until Mason gets out. It's like, so do you want a moment, or you know?
Yeah, do we need to say?
No, we gotta go.
No.
We gotta get back.
You know, take a moment. You know, remember your abilities, your skills, your spells. They all may come in handy in this. And take a moment to right your mind. You're gonna be okay. You got this.
She's so awesome.
She's pretty cool.
But you all head towards the dock ward.
I am taking, like, I am eyes darting to see if I can see any of my constituency.
Sure. Roll a perception check.
I'm gonna get more food. I'll be right back.
14.
Not that you notice.
Alright.
Especially, the guards should be back into the city at some point today. So there's no one on the streets that you recognize.
Do I know of any way of getting a message to the... I wanted to say the Vistani for a second. What are they called?
The
Of a
Zentarum.
stop.
The mafia.
to the Zentarum.
Essentially, Tasahira would be your best. Either Tasahira or Ruby would be your sources of. You really have only gotten so far up the chain of command. They are who kind of hears you out and gives you information, whereas a lot of the others, you are still so low that they won't even really entertain you.
Yeah, and going to like her like Ruby's Rainforest Cafe or the Stinging Dragon, that would be out of the way to going to the dock wards, right?
The Skewer Dragon is in the dock ward.
Okay.
So not super far out of the way.
I'm gonna do one of those things where I kind of like lead the group, where I'm like, yes, let's go, and I'm on purpose leading them on a route that goes past the Skewer Dragon.
Okay.
Because I want to dip in quickly before we get there.
Okay.
You all wouldn't mind if I just dip in just a little liquid courage before meeting a dragon for the first time?
Help yourself. It'll ease your nerves.
Thank you kindly. Walk in, shut door behind me, look for Tassira.
She has moved, but she is still at one of the booths on the far wall.
It would be noticeable to her how quickly I make my way to her table.
She notes.
Okay.
What happened to keep your head low?
Look, I know I tried, but this could work out in our favor.
Uh-huh.
Vajra wants us to do us her a favor.
The Black Staff wants a favor.
Now you see where I'm going with this. Yes, apparently, she specifically called on our young up-and-coming mage, but allowed for the rest of us to join in. And I think she mentioned something about maybe even letting a few of us into her guild.
Interesting. The Grey Hands are a big problem for us.
Do I know the Grey Hands to be her guild?
Yes.
So it'd be interesting if there was someone who could get insider information from them.
It would be. That being said, don't get your hopes up too high. It is a very elite organization that she runs, a very tight ship even. Everyone is thoroughly vetted before allowed in.
Why is it that our underground guilds always deal in tattoos?
I wish I knew. It makes
Those
it
are
easy for the simple-minded.
Although,
I'm just in it for the money.
I don't technically need to be the one to go in, since I have connections with this group.
That's true.
Just thought it was something that I should toss by you before I go out and meet a young bronze dragon for the first time.
That was her favor? Death?
Bronze dragons, metallics.
Yeah, dragons are dragons.
Look, apparently it's causing a couple of fishermen to be scared. I promise you, if this dragon wanted to eat the fishermen, it would have.
Fair.
Lake could be red by now.
Keep your eyes peeled. And definitely let me know what more she has to say.
You'll be hearing from me. Take a drink, swig that shit real quick. Oh, Okay. Leave a couple silver on the counter and head out.
All right. As you join back up with the group, I think I'm going to call for a quick intermission really quickly because I need to run to the bathroom.
It's BRB
And then
time, everybody.
we'll get back with our dragon.
Dragon tales, dragon.
So we
tales.
all reconvene outside of the Skewer Dragon Tavern. It is roughly like 75 feet from the docks, like right there at the edge of the city. And Vajra did mention that there would be a small vessel waiting for you all, and there is an unmanned, very, very small ship that could really only fit the four of you.
This must be it.
So glad that she could part with her best paddle boat.
Any of you know how to paddle?
I do.
Good, I don't.
That's a great question. I'm gonna find out right now. No.
Yeah, of
Grew up-
course you don't.
I do not have proficiency with water vehicles.
No.
Why is that a thing
Oh.
in D&D? Why?
See, I just rolled for it. I was like, nah, he has never paddled the boat before.
Don't worry yourself.
Could have told you Callan had never paddled the boat before.
Yeah.
That's beneath you.
Yeah, that's the servant's job.
My god, how bougie are you, man?
The answer is yes.
Well, all aboard. I'll grab the helm, and you just all sit there and look pretty.
That's my favorite thing to do.
I grab onto Dante as I'm getting in the boat to
Oh.
try and make sure I don't fall.
Have you never sailed before?
No.
Well, lucky for you, we're only going a few hundred feet offshore. So take a seat, hold on to something, and try not to stare at the horizon too hard.
Okay.
I'll sit up front and kind of hang off like the front of the boat a little bit, pull out my pan flute, and just do a little instrumental sea shanty.
And Dante, you row for about 20 minutes to fully get out into the open bay where the fishermen would normally be. And you see there is currently no one in the water at all. Normally at this time it would be fairly
should have
busy.
asked. We probably should have asked some fishermen where this thing was sighted before sailing out here.
I would like to play my sea shanty a little bit louder.
Okay.
So that, because considering we're the only ones out here, I feel like it's the only thing making noise.
Fair. You do so.
Can I attempt to message the dragon?
Well, it has to be someone you can see.
Vajra couldn't see me.
Do you sending?
No, I just point towards a creature within range. I'm just gonna radar it. It's gonna keep pointing.
You
Scanning
keep
the
pointing
finger across the
in
water.
certain directions. But you can do that if you want to.
No, I'm not.
That's assuming this water is only 120 feet deep, too.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna just stare at the floor of the boat. And hope that we don't tip.
Okay.
I'm making it now. Mason does not know how to swim.
I'm going to pull the oar up, give Mason a good pat on the hat, and try to cover her whole head with it as I pat her. And I'm just going to dive in and start looking around the bottom.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
You doing all right, Mason?
14?
Yeah,
You see a few like shipwrecks down at the bottom of the water here. It looks like they've been here for a while, but that is about all you notice.
I'll pull myself back up and kind of like just lean over the edge. I don't see anything nearby. We may need to go a bit deeper out. I see a few wreckages though. If maybe we could take a look and see if there's any evidence telling us how these things happened. Those of us who are comfortable swimming, that is.
we got those potions. If I know I can't die, I'll be good.
Do we notice any sideways trees or anything that would infer that a dragon has flown through here? You guys ever think that maybe someone is causing an illusion?
It's quite
Illusion of
possible.
what?
Should we
Illusion
check
of a
it?
dragon.
Oh, it could be, actually.
Yeah, like someone's trying to scare the fishermen away.
I wonder if it's a specific part then.
Should we pop these and take a look at the wreckages?
I feel like it might make more sense. Well, did this seem to be the area that they were talking about?
This would be the area where most of the fishermen, like, it's not too far away from the shore, but far enough out that they could actually catch something.
Okay.
I'll
Why don't
also
we do
throw up
this?
a detect magic. Just see, I know it has a very limited ping, but just like ritual cast it as we're kind of being sent out. Just in case I get some sort of a ping.
What was that, Dante?
Perhaps we should do this in twos. Maybe two of us stay aboard. We can tie some ropes to ourselves in case things get hairy, and you can look for any disturbances on the surface or anything heading towards us.
Well, I am at least a decent swimmer. I could at least join you in that, and then we can worry about these potions later, or we can take them now. It's up to you.
Yeah, we can use two of them now, and perhaps if the others need to, they can hold on to theirs and join us if things get hairy.
Sure, that works.
All right, I'm going to take some rope. I'm sure there's like a decent amount of rope on this boat, it being a fishing boat, and tie it off at my waist and tie it to side of the boat and drink the potion and begin swimming downward.
All right. So the two of you take the dive into the water, and at first it is hard to see anything at all. I mean, you do kind of get the vague outline of those shipwrecks that you saw, and you begin to swim deeper. The ships are pretty much completely encrusted with barnacles. They're, from what you can tell, it has been here for a long time. These are older vessels, not anything that has been disturbed recently. But as you get kind of close, Dante, as you pass by one of the windows, you see the large green eye of a young dragon kind of burrowed into one of the rooms in the ship.
Is it looking at me?
No.
Can we say that just for flavor that I cast light on
Sure.
I don't know, what the fuck do I have? I have to have a thing. I don't know, just a stone. It's fine.
Sure.
It's fine for now.
I also would have cast mage armor before I dove in the first time. I just forgot to do that.
Yeah.
You're seeing this, Catelyn?
10. Oh, can we hear each other? Caitlin?
Yeah.
And I see it too.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes, I suppose we should go make ourselves known, I think.
Let's play this carefully and diplomatically.
Yes.
I'm going to swim up to the window where this eye is and just kind of put my hand against the side of the boat. Stay calm, friend. I mean you no harm. Hello there.
You see there's immediately like a whipping around of the head before it kind of like, for a moment, like almost goes like press its nose out the window, but it is a bit too big, and then kind of goes back so it can look at you again. Oh, hi! I also mean you no harm.
Hello there.
What's your name, young one?
I don't really have one at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah, I was kind of disowned, but it's fine. I just don't think I should go by that name anymore.
Oh,
That's
fair.
fine.
What would you like to be called?
Well, I don't know. I like boats, but I don't know any nautical names.
Are you a boy or a girl?
I'm a boy.
I see.
Wait, I'm gonna come, give me just a minute.
I was gonna call him
Nautical.
Schooner.
Me.
It's the only name for a boat that I can remember.
Yeah.
Name this man Skipper. Please.
Oh, that's a great
God,
name.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes, Skipper it is.
How do you feel about Skipper?
I like it.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Skipper.
It's nice to meet you too.
Now tell me, Skipper, what are you doing here? You seem like you must be a far way away from home.
I am. Mostly just going shipwreck to shipwreck, collecting barnacles and pearls and treasure.
How
Yeah,
long
you
have you
seem
been
very
here?
sad.
I'm alright.
Said you're all right, but that doesn't seem very happy.
I don't have a lot else to do right now, honestly, and it's giving me some sense of purpose.
Well, that's fair. Would you like
Very
to
well.
something? I assume you seem very friendly.
Try to be. I tried to
Uh,
talk to some fishermen, but they did not like me.
Well, our friends are very personable, and I'm trying to come up with a word again. And what's that word? Amicable? Is that the word?
Mhm.
That's the word. Yeah, our friends are very amicable.
There's more of you?
There's a few more.
There is.
Where?
They're up on the surface. Well, the surface of the water, at least.
There's a brief moment, and the two of you watch as he does not try to go through a door, or however he snaked his
Yeah.
way into this room. There's just a plume of the ship coming apart as he full speed as it goes up and tries to reach the top of the water. He does swim a lot faster than the two of you.
Can I try to grab onto him?
Sure.
Yeah.
Roll an athletics check. Or
Uh,
acrobatics.
15.
You've managed to latch on to him. You see, like, as he moves, his feet, where there would normally be like claws on a dragon, or at least what you presume to be, they are webbed. His wings are kind of webbed in strange ways. Like, he can go above land, but designed to be fully functional underwater as well.
Skipper's a water boy.
Skipper's
So-
gonna know exactly where to go, by the way, because I feel like
One boat.
also in the middle of that like silence between like there's more of you and him booking it up, he's going to see a little fishing lure enter the water as a Tommy just casts a line out.
So, Mason and Tommy, the two of you are taking a moment, a little worried about your friends beneath the surface of the water. Tommy, you do cast this fishing reel into the water, and a moment goes by, and then you see a head easily the size of the boat that you're on break the surface of the water, and you just hear, "Hello, you're
Oh!
friends with the others?"
Hi!
Yeah?
Oh, you're beautiful.
Thank you. Does that mean we're friends now?
I would love to be, yes.
I would like that. My name is Skipper.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you, Skipper. Amazing.
I am a Tommy. It's
It's
an
very nice
absolute
to meet
honor.
you all.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Caitlin, stop making characters that we just fall in love with.
This is.
Aren't we pulling myself up the scales of this dragon? Just we made a friend, as you see.
This is the terrifying dragon that the fishermen talk about. You're so kind.
I just wanted to compliment their boats, and they ran away.
Incredibly rude of them.
You see,
It was.
the people of Waterdeep have a rough history with dragons. Not your type, your distant, more rough cousins, but there's that fear planted in them. So it's when they first see you, they're scared.
I'm not like the chromatic ones. We're
Oh,
different.
we know, but the simple folk of Waterdeep do not know the difference at first glance.
They're racist.
Potentially.
Yes. There's a bit of a prejudice problem going on.
Yeah.
But
not...
I will have you know, the lady that told us of you entering this lake did not send us here with any intention of harm, and in fact wanted us to talk to you and just find out your story.
So I can stay?
Potentially.
Potentially, yes. I think if she knows that you mean no harm and you mean to live amongst the fishermen, that there
Yeah,
shouldn't be.
there's some very nice coral here. I haven't seen any of this color anywhere else.
That's
Can I insight check Skipper?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna come up at this point. Oh, my goodness, you're fast.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
22.
He seems about as genuine as you can guess. I mean,
I love this dragon,
he's
guys.
just a little guy.
I
Are you gonna make us
Skipper,
wanna
I
have him
hope
as a
we can be such
pet?
good friends.
we already are. What do you mean?
Oh, amazing.
Now, I can
Oh,
only
that's
see
you.
one possible little snafu, which is a creature of your presence may scare fish off. Unfortunately, we don't really have ways of talking to fish. Fishermen, we can talk to. Fish, a little outside our wheelhouse. So,
I don't eat any fish, though. I mean, big fish, like whales, sharks, sure. But little fish aren't worth it.
that's
Are
true.
you good at catching them, perhaps?
The
You
whales, absolutely. They are so
Well-
slow.
What about the smaller fish?
They're too fat, too small. I mean, they get stuck in my teeth. It's just really not enjoyable.
But not to eat, perhaps. Maybe to assist the fishermen and be your own fisherman, basically, and maybe assist
I
them.
could maybe chase schools of fish towards the fishermen.
That may be helpful.
Yes, almost like a game that would also very much help feed a lot of families.
And do you think they could let me have the barnacles off their boats?
They might actually allow that.
I think
Unless
actually they would love
they're
that.
attached to them, and then maybe they can keep. Maybe I just get a couple of them.
You just want a couple of barnacles.
I want as many as they'll give me, but I'm willing to
Okay.
settle for a couple.
They might be able to. I have a feeling they would be willing to part with most of them. Do you have a way of getting them off?
Yeah,
Okay,
With
perhaps you
keeping
can-
the boat intact.
Right, that's the important part.
Well, also the fishermen have
mostly.
ways of getting barnacles off of their boats.
Good point.
So I feel like they could just give them to you, and that would be awesome, kind of like a bit of a business exchange. Now, as a businessman myself, I will tell you, never take the first offer. You can always go a
I like
little
this
bit higher.
offer.
Sorry?
I like this offer.
No, but what he's saying is that you can get a better offer.
More barnacle?
Yeah.
Yes.
More barnacles.
How would we go about this?
We would need to talk to some people and fishermen and
Can
many-
I take like a good 5 minutes to try and give this guy like a snap class on like business?
Yeah, roll a general, I don't even know, like, just intelligence check for me.
Yeah.
Can we assist?
Could it,
Yeah, roll it with advantage.
could I make it a charisma check because I'm trying to teach him about his charisma?
Sure.
I
I'm
like
gonna have him make an intelligence, like, check as well to see what he retains of it. That's a nat 1.
Oh.
it. Hell yeah.
I'll give him advantage. Okay.
Okay.
Not good, but not a nat 1.
That's an 18.
Not a double net one. That's good.
It's just our
What'd you
first
say?
class. But it's an 18.
You Skipper.
Okay, he rolled a
So
13.
fucking
So
Okay.
you kind of go back and forth for a few minutes trying to get him to understand the basics of it. And eventually, you do get the feeling that he's understood most of it, even if he may forget it the second you go to leave.
Fair. We'll continue these business classes. I think you're going to be quite good at this.
Okay.
But yeah, I think we can just very safely report back to Vajra that Skipper here is friend to land and sea and all.
Will
Except
you
for
be coming
whales.
back?
Fuck those guys.
We shall
So,
visit
yeah.
soon.
Okay. I will be here. And with that, he immediately goes to dip back under the surface. Dante, are you still holding on to him, or have you gotten back in the boat?
I'm getting back in the boat at this point.
Okay. I was like, he taking you with him, if so.
He just rockets
Whoever-
out of the water with them.
Whoever looks at Mason, you see the expression of a person who's looking at a dog with just such love in their eyes.
My goodness. It's just a baby.
This is a great
That's-
day for you.
that's the name of
I'm
this.
thinking.
That should be the name of this episode. It's just a baby.
Just in quotations. Just a baby.
Just a
Mason's Marvelous
baby.
Monday.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, like we paddle back. I play my little song in the pan flute. I want to do that as well so that he gets used to the noise and knows that that's
Yeah.
when we're showing up.
It's a cute
Absolutely.
idea. I like that.
I hold my hand out for somebody to help me out of the boat.
Callan and I guess and Dante grab it.
I take them both.
Can I insight check Callan and Dante to see if there was a little like someone's trying to go for it first? Hold on.
Mason can't swim.
I want to see if someone's trying to prove something to someone here. That is a 19
Bard against
insight.
Bard.
So I rolled the natural one.
Ooh.
I rolled a 6. I'm most definitely trying to prove something to everyone always.
Okay.
That's a good
Alan,
answer.
Does this come
Alan is
off though as Dante's general trying to prove someone, or are you trying to prove something to Callan?
Probably prove something to Callan.
Love that.
I think we're both like you see a very Caitlin, make this a natural one answer. I don't know how to do that.
Callan wears his feelings on his face, and when Mason doesn't reject Dante, it is a level of like, I could have helped you up on my own. Like we didn't need his help. Yeah. Almost jealousy.
I feel like Callan's probably trying to prove himself to Mason because of how often Mason's just belittling him.
Yes.
I'm just kind of like, okay. And this, like, as we're going, like, I feel like me and Callan are in the back. I just kind of give him a little pat on the shoulder. You'll get it next time.
So where are we headed?
Blackstaff.
Yeah, I basically have no report for Tatsuhira other than, like, dude's friendly. Like,
I want to see what Vajra says we gotta do with the dragon. Because if she says we gotta kill the dragon,
She won't.
or tell it to
No.
tell it to leave.
But like absolutely the
no, we business. This man is about to be. Have you seen those? What was it like? You've been promoted to one of my lead employees.
What is this?
Have you not
I know
seen
exactly what you're talking about.
You've been promoted.
it? You
You
are
are
now
one of my elite
employees. This is Skipper.
As everyone starts going in, I'm just going to hang outside because I am literally completely soaked.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, we're
I
soaking wet.
prestidigitate him and dry him
Okay.
off.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do you do that same to Callan?
Yeah. Dante is first.
Begrudgingly, he just. Okay.
So you all enter Blackstaff Tower. You know your way around. You know enough to find Vajra's office again, so very easily. You go in. She is currently in the middle of a lot of paperwork. The second you guys enter, she kind of clears most of it off of her desk. That was quick. Good news to report back, I hope.
Great news.
Absolutely.
And?
Sure, I'll step up. Actually, none of us really decided who was going to do the talking. We're new to this.
I'm leaving it to one of you three.
Skipper, by the way, which is his name, is such a charming and lovable little rapscallion. Wanted to compliment the fishermen on their boats. A huge collector of barnacles, maybe on the level of hoarder, but we're not going to judge. And possible fisherman business partner.
How so?
We discussed the possibility of chasing the schools of fish into their nets to kind of help expedite the fishing process.
Not only that, it seems that Skipper preys upon things that could dwindle down the fish population, whales and sharks. So I assume under their careful eye, the population of fish would flourish.
I don't know how I can help in this situation, but my name isn't Dante. My name is Callan. Callan is business brain thinker, and Alexa is not, so he would business brain this.
Okay.
Too.
All right. I could try to arrange that with if he just wanted barnacle as payment.
That
Yeah,
is
pretty
all
much.
that is very precious to him.
He seems to be a collector, yes.
All right. Fair enough. Well, can't say that's what I thought it was going to be, but better than I could have imagined.
As well.
She will present you all with 200 dragons for the group, not individually.
That's still 50 each.
Yeah.
And that dragons are gold, basically.
Yes.
Can
Yeah.
I make a suggestion that instead of divvying this up, we put this towards our new business
I
venture?
was thinking the same thing. In that case, shall I take it
I
and we can go buy
personally
something?
have $0 to my name. I would like some money,
Oh.
please, guys.
My
Oh,
dear,
God.
please give her share. I will put 50 in towards it.
I will also put
Dante,
50 in towards the tab.
wonderful. I will
I
add
used it all when I had to write one of the
150
spells in
into
the
our
book.
pot. Right, that's the best number.
I have my own ways of making money.
Oh, I should just
I've got
use it.
none. I got an allowance.
Must not be a
I'm
very
an
good
entertainer
one.
by
I've already
trade,
run
so-
out.
Oh, but yes, thank you. Incredibly generous.
I owe you a favor in the future, and I will be keeping my eyes on all of you. Not in a threatening way, just in a way that I appreciate it. You did good today. Could use your help again in the future, maybe.
Of course, just don't watch too closely.
Why? Hiding something?
Aren't we all?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you all for the assistance today.
Thank you as well.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We will be cashing in that favor at some point. Thank you.
Just kind of like as we're heading out, I'm just like, it's a little intimidating. That one.
Exceedingly so. You can
Although-
feel the arcane energy in the air.
That's I don't think I've ever been in front of a spellcaster like that before.
No, me neither. And I give a little bit of like you. Danny, you get a little bit of a jab in there.
The tiniest side eye.
Bit, just like the.
You've been on the wrong end when I was mind controlled. Just wait until I'm more powerful, you tall fuck.
Just look at you.
You've never been razzed by friends before, have you?
I've never really had friends, so.
I'm not going to do anything without your consent, but can I hug you? Are you a hugger?
She doesn't seem like a hugger.
I'll give you like a little side hug.
Oh, that's just painful to watch. All right.
It's like you have friends, and sometimes those friends make fun of you, but in a playful way. But of course, if it does genuinely hurt your feelings, let any of us know, and we will cease immediately.
Yeah, sounds good. That's why I keep calling you guys tall fucks.
Oh yeah, I mean, fair. We are the
Yes.
tall fucks.
Compared to me.
That's the
It should
party
just be
name
our-
is Big Hat and Tall Fucks.
I love it!
Big hat and tall fucks.
And 3 tall.
Why
Instead
can't
of
we just be-
Goldilocks and the 3 bears, it's Tall Hat and 3 tall fucks.
I love
But
that.
are we all returning to the tavern for now?
Actually, can we go buy some stuffs for the tavern and then we can go back?
What are we looking for?
We need like, how about decorations? We could probably start with that. And
Can we just steal them from your friend's house?
Yeah, we could. Okay, so why don't we just do that? And we
Then it's
can-
free.
It is free.
Mm,
We
It's
may
free
need to
real
give these
estate.
back at some point,
it's
but
quite
for
literally
now-
free real estate.
We might need to also possibly procure some supplies for repairs, just general
Yes.
maintenance type of things.
Yes. Some woodworking and plumbing. This is Callan actually like not knowing anything.
Masonry? Brewery?
Mason.
Oh, you poor thing. You've never done a bit of hard work in your life, have you?
Hey.
Can I
hard
just
work can
grab
be defined
Callan's
in
hand
many
and just
ways.
look at it, just to see if there's any, like, calluses?
No calluses,
Okay.
no scars. These are soft hands.
They are, but you also notice like they are like
Well manicured.
very well manicured except for like the little like center bit that you seem actually so as you look I forgot all about this.
Oh god, did we accidentally
okay.
turn a bit into lore?
Maybe.
Don't we
Oh
always?
shit.
So he's wearing gloves most of the time. Do you actually pull off his gloves and like
Yeah.
look at his hands? So one hand, his left hand, looks mainly fine except for what looks like where he usually holds his sword, which he's very, very used to. On the other hand, his right hand, not so much. It is
Used
like
for another kind of sword.
no.
Oh,
Danny,
Sir.
horny jail number 2 for the night.
That's
Horny
that's why
Joe!
there's been so much lotion.
No. Fine, I won't tell you.
No, continue.
So, the other hand is like veiny. It's like completely gray. It's like completely gray hand. Like it looks like it's dead.
Like
Not like
the pigmentation is gone from it.
pigmentation gone. And it actually like feels rough to the touch as well. And it has like these black veins that look like it's been disintegrated almost. Like what's the
like
You know,
petrified?
yeah, like petrified.
I think she'll see that.
Very
Just
stone.
immediately put the glove back on.
Do you say anything to anyone else?
No. Just puts the glove back on. Just
He
pulls
just
the
looks
other
at you.
hand and looks at that.
He looks at you like,
She passes it off as if she didn't see it.
It's
To
you're
make it
going-
seem
it's
like
you're going through
nothing
somebody's drawers and you accidentally go into that drawer.
Yeah.
yeah. He gives you
And
a
I hold
look
it,
of like,
and I hold the other one. This man ain't done a single thing in his life.
I probably could have told you that without taking the gloves off. Regardless, it shouldn't be too much. If we want to swing by the market very quickly, I can pick up the things we need.
Kellen,
yes.
would you like to build some furniture with me?
I don't know what that entails, but sure, sounds wonderful.
Good. I should take a weekend to build some furniture.
Okay. And as we walk off, I'm just gonna be like, I've sat on a lot of furniture. I can't imagine it must be that hard to build.
It
You
ain't
know,
something to be proud of.
You would
Callan, believe it or
definitely
not,
know what good furniture would feel like then, yes.
I believe we may have come from very similar beginnings. It just seems the paths we took after that are very different.
Oh, is that so?
Seems so. I mean, I know what it means to be pampered, but after a while, you need to learn what it means to take destiny into your own hands and use your hands to construct things, namely your future.
That I'm already on. That path. Now the building path, that may be another concept
We are going by
entirely.
your friend's house, though, to basically pilfer
Even more shit.
even
Yeah,
more
sounds
shit.
good.
I'm specifically, at this point, if we are ever splitting up for any reason to, like, just go and grab stuff, I'm specifically, at this point, looking for, like, a safe
Mhm.
or anything that I think would be, like, this is heavily locked and fortified for a reason.
Roll an investigation check for me.
This is where I wish I could give bardic inspiration to myself.
You know, I'm gonna turn to Dante and just be like, it's at this point that I feel like my friend Donnie, he may feel as though he owns our tavern at the end of this, which
18?
basically will.
So
I
you
think,
look around, kind of split off on your own for a while. While you were able to say, say in total about probably 30 dragons kind of like loose and tucked away in certain areas. You are not able to find any sort of like vault or like uh safe or any like large amount of money kept anywhere. There are also banks in Waterdeep.
Fair. Do I get the feeling also that I've, like, turned this place upside down and there just isn't a safe
For the
here?
most part, yeah.
Okay.
From what you can kind of tell.
I am disappointed, but I pocket what I can pocket.
Mhm.
And,
What were you saying, Dante?
grab some stuff.
well, I'm sure they won't mind us all going to a good place, and this place would be decrepit had you not come in and done something about it.
I suppose it's still not our belongings, and I know how my father would feel if we took all of his stuff. So
Well, once we come into a bit of coin, we can replace said objects with things of our own merits.
that's a good point.
We are providing people with happiness, food, entertainment, places to
Oh,
sleep. I'm
do not
pretty
get me
sure
wrong.
that their fine silks can manage.
I'll
I
say you guys are able to grab a good amount, whether you're looking for tablecloths or cutlery, whatever it is you kind of intended on going in here for. You are pretty easily able to find, as long as it's like what a normal rich household would have, you know.
Sweet.
We'll kind of haul them over. Do we look conspicuous?
Absolutely conspicuous. I can only
Like
imagine.
leaving this house with a bunch of linens and silks in our hands and walking
Absolutely.
over.
Do they have like horses and things that need to be taken care of, or are those figured out? Because they had
Not
staff that was
not like near their house, no.
okay. Good. Sweet.
Yeah, do you guys have a way of us, like, like a thing to put this in, or this is going to look really bad to the guardsmen?
You see, the trick here is you look as though you're important. You look as though you're doing a job.
Yes,
See,
so these are our belongings.
when people get arrested for these types of things because they're sneaking down alleyways, if we just carry it in broad daylight as though we're just transporting goods, no problem arises.
No one shall look at us sideways, I would assume, as long as we look like we're supposed to be doing this. Heck, these could be our belongings, they could be our employers' belongings, they could be anyone.
Is there a ladder around here?
Sure.
I'm going to pick up the ladder. See, the trick is to look like you're doing something important, and I'm just going to walk the rest of the way back with a ladder. We don't need a ladder, but
Okay.
We have
The
one now.
one thing that I already set that we had.
You have 2 now.
That's fair.
it just
Um,
makes you look like you're doing a
Choose another
train.
ladder.
Okay. Yes.
And at this point, too,
We're
the
supposed to
people
be
in the
here.
town, the people in the town as well that are seeing us do this, won't have any thoughts as well because they have seen us doing this for a while now, and soon they will know us as tavern owners.
So back on your way to Trollskull Alley, you do kind of start to take in some of the shops that are in your immediate vicinity, like within your same alley. There are a couple worth note. Mostly being there is a carpenter and woodcarver. His shop is named the Bent Nail.
Cute.
There is a what is this place called?
You said
There's a
carpenter
blacksmith.
and woodcarver, carpenter.
There's a blacksmith shop called the Steam and Steel. Corellan's Crown is where Fala is from and works. And then you pass by one place, and to you it's very nondescript. There are not a lot of markings on the outside of it. There is just a single, like, red tiger's eye marked onto the door. But other than that, no markings. You pass by the Bookworm's Treasure, where they are a book and spell sell, like, library, essentially, or not a library, but just bookstore. But yeah, those are what is immediately next to you. And then about, like, you pass by this, but very close to you, there is another tavern, and that is called Frune's Brews.
Well, at least we have a better name than that.
It does not look very busy.
That's
we
good.
have a name? Did we come up with a
We
name?
said
The last call.
Last
The last
call.
call. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Last call tavern.
I love that. Headed by the tall hat and 3 tall fox.
As you guys approach your own tavern, the first thing you see is about an 8-foot, essentially animated armor, but just you don't see like the figure of a person inside the armor. It's hollow, but just at about an 8-foot set of armor standing in front of you. It takes you a second to see the about like 3.5, 4-foot dwarven woman standing behind him. She appears to be a little bit older. Her face is kind of set in a permanent scowl, but it appears they are waiting on you.
Oh,
Good evening.
hello.
Hello? You all the new owners?
We are indeed.
Came to check it out. I used to own it way back in the day.
Oh, any particular reason you gave it up?
Wasn't interested anymore. The
Fair.
person I sold it to turned out to be a hag who was eating children, so I came to make
Oh.
sure that you guys were not also hags going to be eating children.
Definitely not.
Well, tell me, my lady, do you have the arcane prowess to see through such an illusion?
No.
Then yeah, we're great.
Cool.
I just give like a bit of a shit disturber smile. An
Yeah.
incredible work of Arcanotech here.
Thank you. I've
Um,
You
been
make
working
this
with him for a
yourself?
while now. Yeah.
And what is your name? Who are you?
I'm mostly called the Gargoyle by those that don't know me personally.
What the fuck?
that's
But my
wow.
name is Ulcoria.
Ilcoria?
Hang on.
Thank you.
The fucking gargoyle? Holy
Ulcoria.
shit.
The Gargoyle. That's a cool name.
That's like Waterdeep's Batman's name.
Yeah.
I am the terror that clanks in the night.
Batman.
I would be honored to call you by your name and not by that scathing insult. You know, we recently
like
made
it.
a friend. You like the gargoyle?
I do.
I think it's pretty badass. If I may
It's a
say
pretty
so myself.
badass name if you
That's-
ask
It's pretty
me, to be
cool.
honest.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Cool. As long as
I
it's a
am-
consensual thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm the head of the Order of Magus and Protectors for the city. So, in short, yes, I do have the arcane powers to see through illusions now. Did not back then.
Ah,
So I can see that you're all at least on the surface level what you claim to be.
does your armor have a name or a very fancy nickname that it goes by?
No, he's just there.
So what you're
Wonderful.
saying is you don't have models like this for sale.
Not at the moment. I'll let you know if I decide to build another one.
Oh,
It
you
did
built
take
it.
years, so maybe not in this lifetime, but we'll see.
Fair enough, a man can dream and make a great bouncer.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh. If you do want to earn some extra cash,
I think they're in a pretty comfy
they
position
seem
currently in
pretty
the
well.
town.
Callan would know. They don't.
And what are they? They're the head of the what? Mage defense?
The
What now?
They're the Watchful Order of Magus and Protectors.
That's a title. I like the
Oh,
gargoyle.
so you've probably also as well heard of us from Vaja.
Eh, I'm not much in contact with her.
Oh, okay. Well, we
Every once in a while, when the need arises, but she's still got a lot of growing up to do.
don't we all?
A bit too young to hold the title she does, in my opinion, but
Interesting.
who am I to vote on that?
It's more about prowess than age, from what I can tell.
I suppose.
Well, we hope to see you as a regular customer.
Of
I will be
course.
back.
Come on by when we open up our doors. First drink will be on me.
I look forward to it then. Um, Also, the area can be a bit dangerous. I'm sure you're already aware of that. If you ever need glyphs of warding, that is one of my specialties, so just let me know and I can provide one for you. At a cost, of course, this is a business, but
Very
Of
well.
course.
Do you have a quote that we could write down?
roughly 300 dragons.
Fair enough.
Not as bad as I expected. All right.
No, that's a fair price. Thank you.
Of course, I will be back once you've all got it up and running.
Hopefully soon.
Look forward to it.
And she will take her leave. And she takes about like 2 steps off, slams her staff that is almost as tall as the armor next to her into the ground, and both of them vanish.
Amazing.
Now
That was
that's
fun.
convenient.
You know, the magic of this city never ceases to amaze and surprise me, truly.
I agree. It is wonderful.
Almost as though it's the city of wonders, huh?
Almost the what?
Almost as though it's the city of wonders.
Ah,
Well,
is that
I
what
do
you don't know?
suppose that we have ourselves a high mage magister in the making. So, you want to get on par with someone like that, you best keep your studies up. Speaking of which, I think we passed by a spell scroll slash magical accoutrement shop.
Oh, do you mean the one with the nondescript affront?
Oh, the tiger's eye? No, but I am interested in that as well. You have a keen eye. No, right beside that, there is it seems like a magical library almost of sorts.
It seemed like something that would pique your interest, Mason. Perhaps you should spend your afternoon perusing their goods.
Where is?
Just up the road.
Bye.
Huh?
You guys got this, right?
Fucking smoke outline.
Oh,
of
you
where
guys are
Mason used
building
to be.
furniture?
You
Nerds?
guys you guys are doing the labor stuff, right? I did my rolling clean, and I'm gonna go to the library now.
God damn.
So, Mason, you start heading in the direction they just pointed in, and it is fairly easy for you to see now that they've pointed it out to you. But you do see the title of the Bookworm's Treasure. And the front of the bookstore kind of has like a statue of a gold dragon that is curled around books and scrolls. And as you go to enter, there are like chimes on the door that ring as you enter, and you can see kind of behind these just like large stacks of books is a gold dragonborn. He immediately turns to greet you. Hello. Are you looking for anything particular today?
I was just looking to see what you had. Never been in here before.
Oh, well, welcome in. I have a bit of everything, so whatever it is that piques your interest, really. My name is Rashal.
Rashal?
Rashal the Page Turner.
How do you spell that?
R-A, or no, I lied. R-I-S-H-A-A-L.
A-A-L.
Space T-H-E space.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to meet you, Rashal. My name's Mason Inalith. Yeah, I'm just hoping to just to have a look around, see what you got.
Of course. He'll kind of move so you can get like a better access to the stacks of books surrounding him. And really, he's got books on just about anything that you could think of. This is a bookworm's treasure in the sense of he has been hoarding these books. There are things on literally everything. He also has a like area set up for spells as well. He does not sell spell scrolls, but he does allow you to copy the spells and like learn them from him.
You got any good ones?
I'm just gonna send you a picture of this.
Sounds
I'm just gonna send you the wizard spell list.
No, it's limited. But this will tell you the cost of everything and
And is it kind of like, is it a bookstore or is it a library?
It is a bookstore.
I would also very much like that list, because even though we're not wizards, we are still magic.
Spell. Take spell. Stamp. Okay, have this back in 2 weeks. Thanks.
Now, the enchantment on this will run out after 2 weeks, but an alarm spell will go off that tells me that you haven't brought in your books.
There you go. Oh.
Oh god, man, library late fees are bad enough. Can you imagine if they were fueled by magic?
Magic late fees? Oh my god.
Oh no, okay, so he can make spell scrolls, but where you see the price of spells, that would just be doubled for the scroll.
Are we gonna talk about that it says sewer access?
Huh? Don't worry about that.
No, I might worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
We're just gonna... that doesn't exist.
I think I might like to roll to worry about that.
Nope.
Okay.
No worries.
That's fair.
I think Mason will just look around and just keep a note if anything piques her interest, knowing that she only has 50 gold pieces. That's all she's got.
Yeah. So, after he is done talking to you for a few moments, you do see him kind of like curl up in the corner that he was in, like nose stuck to a book. Really, he kind of forgets that you're there entirely.
Sounds good. In this time, while my party members also think I'm at the bookstore, I'm gonna go find Tristan.
Okay. Easily enough.
Yes.
You managed to catch up to him on his patrols where you'd kind of ran into him the night before. Up to no good again?
Yeah, I met a dragon.
What do you mean you met a dragon?
Ah, I love him.
In the city?
No, I was outside of the city.
What were you doing outside of the city?
Meeting a dragon. Don't you fucking listen.
The Blackstaff wanted me and my new friends to go and see what was up with the young dragon that was out there.
The Blackstaff asked a favor of you?
Yeah, I'm moving up in the world.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend like that doesn't sting a little bit, but alright.
Hey,
I'm happy for you.
You got the title. I don't got it yet.
Yet. And honestly, I don't know that I want it anymore. Anyway, regardless of that, I did do some digging around what you were asking for. I still want to know why, but I couldn't really find a lot of information. A couple whispers of Asmodeus, but he is also the ruler of the nine hells, so if anything is mentioned that is demonic or fiendish, he's kind of brought up with it, so I don't know if that's anything to go off of.
Has there been any other word about what could be going on?
Not really. Everyone is kind of in a panic. No one can come to a consensus on how to tackle this issue. We don't even know where to start with it.
Not really the most
Useful, I know.
useful information. Not really what you want to hear from the protectors of the city, I'm gonna admit.
Believe me, we all wish we knew more. This is something big and something very bad. The worst part is it's coming from somewhere in the city. It has to be.
Well, if it's coming from somewhere in the city that you guys don't know of, then wouldn't it have to be the sewers?
Not necessarily. There's a lot that we can't look into as well.
What do you mean you can't look into? You guys are the fucking magistrates.
Magistrates can go missing just like anybody else can. And if we start sticking our noses into too dangerous of places, we do.
Has any of the magistrates gone missing in all the willy-nilly?
Not any of the main, but a few underlings, a few new recruits. Yes.
Have there been any new batches that gone missing?
Not as bad as it was. It seems to kind of slow down for now. We can't make any sense of it.
And there's nothing written in history or anything like that of this potentially have happening before?
No. I mean, there's been things like plagues or mass killings maybe, but not just people vanishing without a fight.
How do you know there wasn't a fight?
Everything is always pristine. Nothing is ever out of order.
Exactly.
It's weird, but we don't
We
have
went
any
somewhere
proof
that
otherwise.
shouldn't have been clean, and it was. Somebody cleaned it.
We don't have any way to prove it or to even know what was cleaned and what was not.
I think... Now, I know this is coming from one of the underlings, as you've said. I don't think that they went without a fight. I think it was cleaned.
I agree with you. It's just trying to convince anyone else of that is the difficult part right now.
How much longer until the city guard's back?
Should be by nightfall, hopefully. Then there'll at least be more eyes on the streets. There are figures, though, Mason, that you don't want to go poking around with.
Like who?
Any of the big politicians, really. You start pointing fingers, people start disappearing. People are already disappearing, so we don't need any more. Or
Noted.
the criminal organizations. I know you have every reason to hate Xanathar's guild, but I still don't think you should go in wand blazing just to fuck them up.
I don't have a wand.
You know what I mean. Hat.
I got my big ass hat. I wouldn't do something so stupid as to go in there guns blazing.
You just went and met a dragon. I'm starting to lose a little bit of faith in you. I'm impressed. But I
made a friend of a bronze dragon, Tristan.
I just mean I thought you would be more safe.
I wasn't alone.
Who were you with?
I was with 3 tall fucks.
What are you doing with 3 tall fucks?
And I think Mason does start laughing. We somehow are owning a tavern now.
What have you gotten yourself into genuinely?
I don't know.
Are you safe?
I don't know.
I don't like that answer, Mason.
Oh, we met him when I was fighting the troll that came out of the yawning portal, and we kind of just clicked.
Okay.
And then now we own a tavern.
Because that's a normal progression of things, I suppose.
I don't know. Mama said not to be alone, so I found these 3 tall fucks.
I don't know that strangers are safer than being alone. I could have accompanied you.
You're busy all the time.
Well, you can come with me. You want to anyway.
We used to hang out all the time, and then you got busy.
The same thing is going to happen to you when you become a magister.
Yeah, but then I'll still get to hang out with you guys.
I suppose.
With you and Amelia when she gets it.
Have you spoken to her recently?
No,
I haven't had
I've
time.
been busy.
It's been bad. We've been bad.
Is she
friends.
okay? Has she go- Oh, fuck.
You know, it was nice running into you and everything. I'm gonna go check on Amelia.
I'm gonna go check on Amelia.
We'll both go check on Amelia.
Sounds good. You learn any cool spells, and then that's just what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're walking down.
You both continue on. Really quickly, I
Yes.
do want to introduce some characters to you guys. I'm not gonna go through the entire, necessarily roleplay of all of these people coming by the tavern, but there is several people coming by the tavern today now that you guys are,
Making
openly
loud noises.
working on improving it, you know? So,
Someone
a couple
please take
names for
notes.
you guys.
I was gonna say,
Cross
someone
out
please
him.
take notes. I can't do it. I'm streaming.
Yeah. No, I just.
We'll see how fast I
Broxley.
can write.
Broxley. Yep. Fair Kettle.
Sorry, say that last name one more time.
Fair Kettle.
Please be like a T.
Not a good kettle. A fair kettle.
Yeah.
It's pretty fair.
He's a halfling who runs the Fellowship of Innkeepers.
Oh god, we have to join the fellowship?
Ah, shit.
No, only
There's a
Randolph
fucking-
does.
We have to join
It's
a
his
fucking
name on the
union?
list.
Maybe. Basically, he gets the vibe across to you that you probably do want to join the guild to avoid further harassment. But he's always believed the tavern to be haunted. He promises to come back for a drink, but does not promise to stay the night.
Huh.
Another one that stops by is Hammond Crawdog.
Hammond what?
Kraddog.
Raw dog.
Raw dog.
He's got that
Cray
crow dog in him.
dog.
Crow dog.
He's craw dogging it.
Oh no!
Oh, got the craw dog in it.
If you see a shock on the door, I'm craw dogging it.
It's been a pleasure DMing for you all. I am gonna leave the
But it's a sock on the door. It's like it's the end.
So you draw the line at craw dogging?
Yeah, I do. You fucked me up. She is a tiefling woman. No, hang on. Fuck this book. Why are you write like this? Hammond is a dude. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Hammond and Ginny, a tiefling woman, come by.
Ginny?
Yes.
She's the one who's craw dogging.
They are from the Distillers and Brewers Guild.
Oh, well, fuck.
Oh.
So
So
essentially,
much red tape.
they also slightly pressure you into feeling like you need to join their guild as well. They will bring weekly supplies of breweries, always have rotating taps, but it is easier to work with guilds than it is to be on your own.
I have a question for
Yeah.
these people, and we don't have to role play it out, but basically, like, is there a surcharge to join? Like, what are the
Yeah.
stipulations?
Yeah.
Because if it is doable with the 200 gold we have, there's no reason to not go ahead and get into these where they are supplying us with our
Right,
goods.
exactly. At least
To
for now.
fully get all of the guilds that you need behind you and not have any enemies in the area, it's 250 gold pieces.
Shit.
I have 50 extra gold pieces.
Like a one-time charge, or is that
One-time
like a per
charge.
month?
Now,
Okay.
there are certain charges on like shipment days,
Sure.
but 250 to be a part of the guild, which would lower the
Okay.
cost for you also.
Which is
I would be willing to throw in my personal money to go ahead and get us on board with all these because that's just going to make our life easier to where
yeah, that's
So it roughly equates out to 10 gold pieces per day for all of the guilds once the business is up and running.
also I technically have 47 gold pieces, so if someone has 3 more to throw in.
I have exactly
Well, we
50.
still need right. Danny kept hers. So we are only at 150 in the pot right now.
Oh shit! Well, I have 47
Well, no,
extra to
because
throw.
I put 50 towards it. I put
Yeah.
it
Right.
amazing.
Hold on. If we got 200 and Danny kept hers, that puts us at 150 between the three of us.
And Tommy put another 50 into it.
Oh, thank you. Okay. So
And
then
I'm
we
going to
have
throw
50.
in 47 extra.
Okay, so yeah, I can finish off that rest. That's fine. So yeah.
We are a part of the guilds.
I was so glad nobody's asked me how much gold I have.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because
I have
know you have more than
exactly
one.
50.
I can tell you guys
Okay,
out of character, but in character, he's lying to you. Because he sold off one of your buddies, like, things for 300 gold.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot
that's
about
right.
that shit.
And
You're
also,
fucking loaded right now.
and also he's an entertainer,
Yeah.
so he's making coin on the
Right.
daily.
I'm a student. I have student loans to pay off.
You have, let me check, debt. Yeah.
The last person that stops by is Justin Rask, who is a very... What?
Vrask?
Rassk.
Oh.
There's a guy at my school named Just in Case. That was
His
the
parents
name of
planned
it.
that.
Yeah.
His parents, exactly.
So he also stops by, who is a very like dead-eyed and slack-jawed man who claims to be from the Guild of Butchers. He offers monthly deliveries of meat.
Sign up with his ass too.
All right.
Yeah, for now, yeah.
Wait. Kalen said he
Yeah.
claims.
Yeah,
Not that
Caitlin-
he is a part of the guild, but that he claims to be.
I mean, they're
you-
all
you-
claiming to be a part of a guild and taking your gold. So, I mean, you want to insight check the man?
Yeah, I'm not there. Somebody else do it.
Nah, he
I'll
seems
do
like
it.
he's on the up and up.
Yeah,
It
we're
is.
sitting there, like, me.
Ooh, that was a really. I don't trust anybody. I got a 21 for insight.
I mean, he's wearing a blood-stained bib. You hope that he's a
Debbie?
butcher.
Okay,
I mean,
sure.
by all markings that Callan would know to look for, he looks like a butcher.
Wait, so he
Yeah.
came to us to
Yeah.
discuss business. So this is essentially like an impromptu business meeting.
Yeah.
And he's
That's what
showed
Lily
up in
thought.
his best recently disgusted butcher's bib.
Yeah.
Hey,
What a
he
legend.
got across the fact that he's a butcher. It worked.
That's a legend right there. He's like,
He also
suit my
leaves
fat
with-
ass.
Make sure you tip, or maybe next time the meat will be someone you know.
That's
I love how
Tommy
we
makes
have-
a mental note for it's like if you could catch the motherfuckers I know, that would be an amazing feat.
I love the idea of us having like one shady business deal.
Don't worry, you have multiple more coming at you.
Oh no, I know. If it's like especially, you know how in Ratatouille when they're doing the whole like produce thing and they're like the first dibs go to the best bidders and like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I just
That's
love the
it.
thought that this guy is just like, here's your shipment of meat. It's like, oh, cool. What's the meat? Meat.
Don't ask.
It's meat.
It's meat.
Mystery meat.
Yo, medieval times, everything's mystery meat.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of true.
Also,
Yeah.
last, Mason, you are back by this point. This is coming into nightfall. There
Oh
is
my
a
God.
final knock at the door.
Do this. Go get it.
I'll open it.
Oh, you're
You
here?
see- Yeah, Mason is back
I
right
just
now.
got here.
Okay, hi. Oh, hello, Mason. That's Mason at the door.
You open it and see 4 halflings standing on the outside.
In a trench
One of
coat.
them, no, one of them kind of speaks up. Hello, we were wondering if you were looking for employees. You're working on the
we-
tavern. We could assist around or be barkeeps or really anything.
Absolutely hiring. Sure, we could absolutely interview you. Just kind of, I'm probably covered in like sawdust and
Yeah, most definitely.
mess. It's not the most presentable in here currently. Do you want to step in? What the fuck? Do we have like an office?
No.
Just come in. I set them down at the chairs and tables. What are your names? Hello.
So there are 2 males and 2 females. There
Uh-huh.
is Kelso Fiddlewick.
Why am I
And-
even trying? Danny, thank you.
Also, Felwick?
Fiddlewick.
I can barely
Fiddlewick.
understand English. You expect me to be able to write down?
And Dasher Snowbeetle.
Oh my god.
Those are the
Already
boys.
love Dasher
The
Snowbeetle.
best name.
And then there is Danica Fiddlewick.
Is this why you left it to last?
No,
Is it
I
with a
just
C or
read
a
that
K?
actually. There's one more.
The
C or K?
motherfucking slow head
K.
turn.
Amazing.
And Bryn Hilltopple.
Oh, that's even good. Honestly, this book makes some really good names. Versus Icewind Dale, holy shit, this
Thank
book is
you,
so much
Matthew
better.
Mercer.
Hey, what do you
Oh,
mean? There was a
you had
Danica
hand
in
this? Thank
Icewind Dale.
God.
There was a Danica and Icewind Dale, and that was like the first mission for
That was,
y'all.
and that was like one of the only good names in that book.
Yeah, the rest were like impossible to pronounce.
I'm genuinely surprised we haven't run into like an Alexa, Caitlin, Kira, or Joshua in like the entirety of a fucking.
Because they're too common. But I mean, we
Meanwhile,
found
we're
just
2 Danicas.
Alexa's only common in this world.
Yeah.
Thanks, Amazon.
Oh my god.
But yeah, those are their names.
Perfect. Do they like have special skills? What are they good at?
Do you have any?
They're just looking for employment right now.
Any
sure.
experience in the food industry or server industry?
Not in the food industry, no.
What have you done before?
Wood carving, a bit of masonry, not anything too elaborate, just a little bit of busy work, really, trying to make ends meet.
Okay. What are you hoping? What kind of salary are you, or payment in general?
To be frank, we're starving, so anything would be better than our current predicament.
That's
This is
absolutely fair.
it is Kelso kind of talking and emotions towards Danica. She's my younger sister. I would like to do what I can to provide for her as well. So if we all could be working together, I could look out for her. We could, earn a keep together in a sense, stay together. It is a dangerous city these days.
Absolutely. Do you all have first of all, we would love to hire you. We are currently working on the actual construction of the bar and the overall aesthetic currently, and that could actually be really helpful before we get up and running if you're willing to help with that even. But in general, we will absolutely be able to pay you, especially in food, and provide you with meals. That is completely
That is
something we
honestly all we are wanting.
can totally doable. We can make that happen.
DM.
Yeah.
Because of my history of performing in bars and taverns and stuff,
Mhm.
do I have a general idea of what servers and like just on-hand help gets paid?
I'll say yeah. You've kind of chatted up enough barkeeps and servers kind of in between your shows that a few of them have indulged in what they don't make anything. Anyone in the I'm gonna keep this real world, bitches. Service industry makes nothing. People don't tip. Uh,
Yep.
but they make enough to survive, but never enough to move forward or to be something else. Just enough to keep their head afloat.
Probably
And a
like a
lot
handful of silver pieces a week.
of
Probably like a handful of
Silver.
silver pieces a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a
Services.
big part of me that wants to make a statement with this place of, the statement that I make like in real life, which is pay your fucking servers like a wage that allows them to live.
Yep.
And if we're gonna own a business, what would like a shopkeep or something like that, if you were to pay them like someone you respected?
I
So
think
I will say
standard,
the book gives you so in the way that we roll for money in this, depending on the day, how busy it is, you'll roll a certain amount of D100s. So from that, if you owe any guilds any money, you'll kind of subtract some of that from it. You'll subtract one of the rolls. In this, it basically says for you to have hired help, and just basic maintenance for the tavern, it's about 50 gold pieces a day divided by however many people you have helping you.
shit.
So if you wanted to use that as a premise, but most days you'll be rolling about 3D100, so it's not the biggest detriment necessarily.
They're getting paid good. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Which
Which they're also willing to work for food, so you could strike an
Yeah.
agreement kind of somewhere in that middle ground with them.
You could pay them and like a reasonable amount, and also
We have enough.
give them food.
I haven't
and-
looked at the map in detail, but do we have enough room to like
It's so
board
big.
them?
I don't know
Um,
about boarding them, especially because I would love to have either like a bedroom or a living space specifically for if we have any like super stupid drunk people. But that's just me thinking as Alexa.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'd like to give them enough money so that they could, actually rent a place, or like maybe even
make a
eventually own a
livable.
home.
Yeah.
And what's your current living situation?
Well, we're staying with a friend, and we are no longer friends as they accused us of being leeches, so currently on the streets of Waterdeep.
Well, you are absolutely welcome to come stay here for the time being until we can get you guys on your feet. We have no idea. In all honesty, in all fairness, we have no idea if this place is going to succeed or not. But we have a roof over our head as long as you proved not to be like we don't know you.
Fair.
You
But-
don't go here.
you don't even go here.
I'm actually gonna kind of smile, pull Kellen aside for a second. There currently is a place in Waterdeep with
Oh
a
my
bunch
God.
of very comfy beds
Holy fucking shit.
that currently doesn't have anyone occupying them right now.
You also have a basement.
We also
Yes, so we can
But
either
basement-
hook them up at Dollhouse Manor, or stuffy asbestos basement.
right.
I mean, they'll be grateful for anything, really.
Why I kind of want to roleplay this, but I would love to take them over to Dante. It's not Dante. Donnie's place, sorry.
I don't have a home.
We have a place that we'd like to show you guys, if you're willing to take a bit of a walk with us.
Alright, you just gotta kind of walk slow. We got little legs, so can't always keep up with you
yeah,
tall
we
fucks.
We understand. As Alexa would say, I'm vertically challenged.
And we are 3 tall fucks. I mean, technically.
Yeah, she's tall too. I can't keep up with her either.
Oh my god, how's it feel to
We'll
be a tall fuck?
walk slow.
It's a new experience.
See, it's all about perspective,
No.
man.
We should actually call ourselves 4 tall fucks. And then leave everyone wondering who the 4th tall.
Yeah, who's the 4th one?
I love it. It's like the Mighty Nine.
Yeah, they either see me as tall or they wonder who's missing.
FTF, 4 tall fucks. I love
So yeah, you all begin strolling to Donnie's our place.
How are you guys doing on time, by the way? Because I'm like,
Probably go for like another 20-30 minutes and call it there if that's all right with everyone.
yeah, cool.
Sounds good to me. Where's basically my cousin?
I will kind of retcon that and go back some. You and Tristan do find Amelia. She is at home where she normally is studying magic. As you kind of like get close, there is like a bright flash in her bedroom window, and both of you kind of immediately freak out, and it was just kind of a spell backfiring on her. As you get inside, you see like there are like stains of smoke on the wall. Her hair's kind of fucked up, but as you guys enter, she's like, what the hell are you two doing here?
I am to make sure you are still alive.
For the moment, yeah, but I don't know how many times I'm gonna fuck this spell up, so we'll see come tomorrow.
What spell are you trying to do?
You'll laugh at me.
Try me.
She kind of like hangs her head. It's Firebolt. I know, it's the bread and butter for wizards, should be the easiest thing in the world. I can't fucking get it.
It's a bit funny, I'll admit. But I can help you if you want.
Only if you won't make fun of me.
I won't.
Alright. You see, she tries to, like, conjure it again, and really, the second that she feels the heat beginning to form in her hand, she panics and just kind of, like, goes haywire, sending the fireball in a random direction.
Now, I think that's the problem, is that you're getting nervous. Once it appears, you're letting your emotions take over.
Yeah, it is a bit hot, and fire does scare me, but I have to get this one under control for the examination next week.
Hold on. There's an exam next week?
Well, not, she's like a little bit younger than you and hasn't fully passed everything that you have.
Oh, I thought she was older than me.
Oh, fuck, I didn't read over this. I forgot she existed.
She's older than me.
She's older than you, and you're not worried about that quite yet. My bad.
Okay, so I'm not there yet.
There's an exam next week.
Hold on. No, but that's the thing, is that you gotta realize with this, because it's such a simple spell, is you have to realize once you get the hang of it, it's a fire that you personally can't feel. Once you get it under control, you can't feel it. If you let it control you, it's gonna fucking burn.
Fine. I'll try again.
And I think she'll do it, and then she'll throw it, but hers is blue.
Okay.
Nothing to it.
Very tentatively begins to summon it again. This time she does not panic whenever she feels the warmth and does eventually manage to create a firebolt in her hand and kind of sling it out the window. That was way harder than it should have been.
It was, but you got it.
Thanks for that. I really should be the one teaching you, and I have spells that are more difficult than that one. I don't know what it was about that one.
Sometimes that's what it is. It's just you're so focused on perfecting the harder ones that you forget how to perfect the simple ones.
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
But okay, that's all. We just came to make sure that you weren't one of the people that went missing.
Not yet. We'll wait and see, like all of us are doing. Do they know anything? And you see that she's more talking to Tristan this moment, and he just kind of gives a shake of his head that he doesn't want to fully go into it again, but the magistrates have no leads on what is going on.
Have you and Uncle Dorian heard anything?
Not really. He's known a couple people that went missing, but not enough to give any clues as to what could be going on. I've been mostly just studying, so I don't leave these four walls very often right now.
I mean, you probably got your test to be a magistrate coming up, don't you?
Soon, yeah. That also is very nerve-wracking. I wish I could say that I was looking forward to it, but I'm just not.
We'll let you get back to it.
Right. I hope to see you before one of us goes missing again.
None of us go missing.
Well, yeah, I hope so, but it's been like ages, so just stop by every once in a while.
Same goes to you. Opened up a new tavern.
The fuck? And I'll let you fill her back in, and we'll cut back to the other group.
Tommy's actually going to let Kellen take the halflings over to Dollhouse Manor. He'll just kind of do that, like, clap on the shoulder thing. He's like, you got this, man. You're about to make 4 lives a lot better.
I'm gonna feed them too.
Oh, 100%, especially before all that food goes to waste.
Oh, absolutely.
I got some business to take care of, but my curiosity is getting the better of me. But I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
I'm going to send you off with a bardic inspiration as well, just in case.
I'll take a bardic inspiration. Thank you.
And Tommy, what are we up to?
Look, you cannot mention just a random door with a tiger's eye on it and not expect the mafia guy to not want to know what the fuck.
That's fair.
So he is like, magic place, I'll go into you eventually, because I am magic and I can deal with some stuff with you, but he is going to as well ritual cast detect magic as he's coming up to the door, because he's like, I'm betting, he's like, I'm either going to get a bunch of pings or I'm going to get none, and I don't know what's scarier.
Let me double check something about detect magic really quickly.
Sure. Because yes, there are certain materials that can block my sight.
Okay. So at the moment, when you cast it outside of the door, you do not get any pings. However, you do kind of reach. Are you reaching for the door handle, or?
I am, yeah.
It is locked. There is a doorbell and a door knocker.
He's gonna go for the knocker.
Okay. A few minutes go by before the door opens, and you see a human man about in his mid-40s, maybe, salt and pepper hair, kind of graying beard. He's smoking from a very long, thin pipe. Behind him, oil lanterns are flickering, kind of giving like a soft mood lighting almost. From the second that you see him, your spell immediately pings that some sort of illusion magic is up.
Fair.
Which isn't entirely uncommon in the city.
Yep.
A lot of people, yourself included, walk around in different skins than the ones they actually wear just for the sake of ease.
Yep. I figure if
But
he's
he
gonna
opens the
take
door.
this form of like a crotchety old man, that the other form is probably way worse.
Ah, a Tommy. I was wondering when you were going to come by.
You know me.
I do. Come in.
Of course.
The door closes behind you, and this man is dressed in a like very sharp suit. From what you can tell, like almost like a luxuriously expensive suit. But he does kind of continue around this main kind of like almost waiting area into his office. Um, and he continues, I am what I guess you would consider a private detective in the city, so I do pride myself on keeping up with who's who.
Well, I can't help but be impressed with your deductive skills. It's interesting. You don't advertise yourself so much as
Eh,
to have the name of a shop or anything like that.
the people that need to know me are aware of me.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So, what do you specialize in? Finding things, finding people?
Both secrets, anything going on in Waterdeep, I more than likely have seen.
Interesting. So, what exactly, what are your opinions on what's been going on with these disappearances?
Now that, I will say, my hands are tied in. It concerns me, obviously, like it is everyone else, but I also cannot come to the conclusion of what's causing it, which is concerning for me.
Well, of course, anything I can do to help out, I could give one piece of information, and again, this could be nothing, or it could be something.
Anything could be helpful.
Everyone that has been taken has been alive.
Yes.
So, no automata, no
Missing
animated, no
corpses,
missing
just
corpses.
living, breathing people being taken off the streets. I had noticed that, but I do appreciate another keen eye.
Well, if there is anything that I can do to help you out, please let me know. I also happen to have made a friend recently. Um, Considers himself a bit of a private detective.
Dante's a bit of a show off.
Working together? Rivals, maybe?
No, he works for me.
So you're
One
the
of
head
my
honcho.
eyes on the streets.
Good to know. Good to know. Um, he is a bit of a show off, but yeah, he's good.
I wish there were more ways that I could help him in what he's truly after, but as much as I can see, I can't see everything. What I do see, though, and he leans very close to you, almost intimidatingly so, you've had some things done.
Some things done.
Do you feel indebted to the shadow organization that you run with, or do you enjoy working for them? Just curious.
Well, suppose you could say it started off with being indebted, but not in a way that I've ever found myself doing something I don't want to do.
All right.
Indebted servitude sounds like being held against your
Slavery.
will. Yes.
Then I more meant I can see very powerful spells when they're cast. There are other people or figures that could keep up said spells if you were to walk away from your organization. All I know is that I've been in Waterdeep for a long time. Zentarum don't grow old. They die very young, very horrific deaths. And I would hate to see one of Dante's companions meet that same fate, or for it to befall on him because he's traveling with you. If you need other connections, I'm here, is all I'm trying to say.
And I appreciate that. This runs a little bit deeper than that. I, you know, don't know if you offer any therapeutic services. But if not, take this one for free. I was never exactly Mummy and Daddy's boy.
None of us are, I'm afraid. Well,
Not
except
ex-
for the Callan that you run with. Maybe him. And Mason. I can see her. Okay, you and Dante have that in common.
Yes. Um, at this point, like, the fact that he knows all of this is just, like, right off.
You
I'm
can
like,
also see this is a 100% flex on the fact that he does know every person in your party.
yes. I can see the flex, and also I'm just like, I know a shady motherfucker who knows things when I see one. So I'm just like, just accept it. He knows shit. Um, and he's just like, yes. So I suppose you could say the Zentarm are the closest thing I have to family.
Understandable.
And yes, we all may die gruesome deaths doing what we do. But such is living a dangerous life.
It is indeed.
A wonderful place that you have here, and it is good to know you.
Thank you. He kind of gets up to walk you to the door. Whenever they do decide to stab you in the back, as they will, I'll be here. And he closes the door behind him.
And I'll make my way at this point because it's getting nighttime. Just back to
Yeah.
my place.
Okay, it is a very short walk across the street and like down a ways, but you very easily make your way back. Callan, is there anything that you wanted to roleplay with the halfling family, or was anyone else going with Callan to?
You're muted, Alexa.
Is anyone else coming with me?
The
No?
introvert is remaining at home.
That's fair.
I'll go with you.
Hockey dog. So yeah, I bring him over. We start walking over. It's dark, so it's a little spooky probably for them, but I try to reassure them.
They
I
seem to
would
be
kind of
totally
like
fine.
Sweet.
try to pull Callan a little bit ahead of them, just out of earshot.
Yeah.
Is this something you're comfortable with? Me and you had talked earlier today that you already felt like you were taking a bit too much from your friend. This seems like quite the jump ahead of that.
You know, he has servants' quarters, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind having them stay at least in the servants' quarters, that's for sure. And Tommy was right. It is better, at least, that someone eats the food rather than it going bad. I'd rather not waste.
Now, it may just be my nature, but I tend to not trust anyone until proven otherwise, so perhaps just keep a check in every so often.
Oh, absolutely. I am wary of this even, but they seem to be on the up and up. We did an inside check of them, right? Did we?
Nope.
Can I? May
Sure.
I, Madam DM? Or if you want to just tell me if they all seem on the up and up, that's also fine.
Mother, may I get that insight?
Great. Like an 11 for insight.
They seem like they're on the up and up.
Great.
Falling on some hard times.
That's
You're
beautiful.
being a helping hand right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like you're distracting.
Now, while it's just me and you, I feel like so much has been happening recently. None of us have gotten to share many words. We talked about friendship and camaraderie, but we really don't know each other.
No, we don't. So, I mean,
How does someone of such noble airs end up in a situation such as yours?
well, as you were saying, you and I seem to be on completely separate paths, and it's an invention itself, isn't it?
Truly.
So, but the same goes for you.
How about we share a little bit? Just a touch. Just to smooth things over. Me and you did not have the smoothest beginning, I suppose. Like I said, my name is Dante Zadaris. I once was of a noble family from Baldur's Gate. That family is no more. So I fled to Waterdeep.
My family and I are on interesting terms. I was sent to an academy at a young-ish age and still had a decent connection with them, but they intentionally didn't want me around for the most part. And eventually, my sister went to a neighboring academy, and she and I were, well, I was very protective of her.
You see, I understand that feeling. I too have a sister that I wish I could look after.
Younger, older?
A bit younger.
Mine's younger as well. But I met Donnie. He and I were troublemakers, to say the least, and I ended up coming to stay with him for a while and getting away from the family. There's more to it, but it gets into a lot of dark stuff.
I understand. We all have the shadows of our past, but perhaps as we all grow closer and gain more favor and strength, we can put those shadows behind us.
I think that's a fair sentiment. I appreciate you sharing with me.
No problem.
About your life. It does mean a lot, actually, with what you're saying about the sense of camaraderie and friendship. A lot of talk of that, and yet not knowing each other. So
Seems we'll be with each other for a while, and knowing just a little bit about each other does ease the contempt that can brew.
I agree. I think you and I will grow to enjoy each other's company.
Hopefully so. Well, let's get these little ones
Yeah, we
somewhere
like
more
get
comfortable.
close and like just kind of start like
Yeah, falling back in line with them. And as you guys get to the steps of the house, I think that'll be where we call it for tonight.
Cool.
When you say little ones, it makes it sound like they're kids. No, it's just 4 halflings.
They're fully grown adults,
Yes.
but yeah, the little ones.
Short folk.
Those shorties.
They're just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
That's the name of this episode. If it's not, I'm throwing hands. Just a little guy.
But yeah, I know that was a lot of NPCs, very rapid fire. They
remember
are
none of
all
them.
kind of decent importance as far as the tavern running goes, so I'm glad Danny was taking notes.
I am so excited to be playing like a fantasy setting campaign right now. It's so nice. It's so nice.
We haven't even gotten into the fun stuff. You just wait.
This is
Like,
so good so far.
What do you
Next
mean? We
chapter-
met Skipper.
We met
Okay, yeah, you know what? That is fair.
Skipper's pretty good.
Oh my god.
I will
Skipper.
also
If
say
you
that I've
kill
heard-
this dragon,
I,
He's fine.
pissed.
I have also heard of so many campaigns where people have bought a house or they've like started a business, and I'm like, how do people even do that in campaigns? And now we're here. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, I want to do the story. It's a module, right? It obviously wants you to be part of its story, but I also just want to like play Reciteer and Item Shop's Tale.
So I will also say, you guys can kind of keep this up for as long as you want to. When we all want to continue the main storyline, we absolutely can. I can start chapter 3 literally at any time right now. But this is just downtime for you guys to build up the tavern, for you guys to make connections with the city, get to know other guild members outside of even like the innkeeper, like the guilds that you need for the tavern. This is your opportunity as individuals to make connections with just other groups around Waterdeep.
As well, if you have like the list of services offered like by these shops and stuff like that,
Yeah,
that we could get sometime off screen. That way
absolutely.
we're just not like, hey, does Fala have this plant for sale and this and what's this thing? Just
Right.
like if they got a menu, I feel like we do the equivalent of like snapping a picture of the menu.
Yeah, and a couple of them do, not all of them, but I will send that.
Question: May
Yeah.
I be in charge of the group fund? Because I'm enjoying that.
The money?
Have
The money. I want to be the finance guy. I'm enjoying this.
Tommy is very much the guy who wants to keep track of his own money.
Oh no, I just mean of the group fund.
No, that's what I'm
saying. Like the tavern fund.
That's what I'm saying. Is like, Tommy doesn't want to do the group fund thing.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, whatever money I have on me, I want to be able to use. So like,
That's
yeah,
fair.
if you want to do group funds, fucking fall on that sword.
Sweet, because I found a good way to do it. I basically made it a custom item, and now I have it as like a certain. It's working.
I love that.
Those are all of Fala's potions. Now, as for the other ones, you have all of these spells that the bookworm sells. The bent nail sells all wooden weapons and shields. The steam and steel sells all weapons and armor.
Why would I need?
And then I will say that in your time with Vincent Trench at the Tiger's Eye, he did offer basically. He does mostly trade in secrets. His secrets run him about 300 gold a secret, depending on the severity of it or for how much effort he has to go in to uncover it. If it is a super dangerous thing, that price will rise. It kind of all varies off of that. But yeah, that is all I have for the businesses immediately around you.
And then, of course, the 300 gold for the Glyph of Warning.
Yes, as well.
Right.
God.
Which I could potentially ask a friend for.
Now, this guy also, the one who runs the spellbook and stuff shop, that also talks about them having magic books. Is there a possibility of them having magic tomes?
Not at the moment, but possibly as the storyline continues.
Beauty. Okay. You have to unlock further shops and stuff like that.
Basically.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
cool with
still in the restricted shadowed out section.
Yeah.
Tomes kind of, if you read them, they're gone forever. Like they are like one usage things. They normally have really powerful like effects. So like for instance, there's a certain legendary tome that lets you raise your charisma to 22.
Would you believe they are?
Usually.
Would you believe they're very rare?
Yeah.
It's usually that you get to use them once a century.
Yeah, once every 100 years.
I'm floored by the fact that they are not legendary items.
Yeah.
That's wild.
In one of my campaigns, my brother gave us 3 tomes to choose from. So I had a 22 charisma, Josh had a 22 dexterity. It was kind of wild.
Holy crap! Yeah. So it sounds like this message will self-destruct.
Yeah.
Or like this book will go fully inert and it will take 100 years to recharge it.
Yes.
So wild.
Which is
one day I will have a 22 intelligence.
I'm going to be completely transparent with you. The whole reason I'm asking is to get that charisma book.
Yeah, absolutely. Not at the moment, but I will let you know as new things come in.
My level 3 ass is not picking up the Tome of Charisma anytime soon.
At the moment, maybe before Mad Mage.
Yeah, I played a character who was a Hexblade Warlock, and she got that tome that put her charisma up to 22, and I promise you, she was death incarnate.
Yeah.
Until she died.
Wild.
It'd be like that.
And then she actually was death incarnate.
Nyx almost had it, but I was too broke.
Also, we did level up at the beginning of this session for our viewers.
Yes, that's
We
right.
forgot to say that, but everyone is now level 3.
Yes.
And I think this concludes our episode of Waterdeep. So join us next time, follow us on all the things, and join us next time by the firelight.